Hola, party peoples. Welcome to Freestyle Wednesday, and it's time for a top commenter of the day. It goes to Kayla, Pierre, Janelle, Aaliyah, and Nika. And then Alexis is my honorable mention for top commenter of the day. You've been crying. Why? Crying over House of Dragons last episode. Oh my gosh. I do not watch House of Dragons, so I apologize for my ignorance. But I'm sorry that you're sad, and I hope that this will make you a little bit happier. We are going to do some stuff that's fun today because wrestling is wrestlinging this week. It's a lot going on, but it's not like overpowering with wrestling, which I kind of enjoy that. But let us first start off with some good news. Good news, the chariot's coming because this right here is Stephanie Vacker. I believe that's how you say her name. If I'm mispronouncing it, please excuse me. I was trying my hardest to pronounce this woman's name correctly because I don't like messing up people's name, but I am notorious for doing it, and I apologize. But Stephanie is a highly decorated professional wrestler. She has wrestled in multiple wrestling promotions, okay? And it is not just New Japan. Okay, so let me tell you some of the places that Miss Stephanie has been. Okay, now Stephanie has wrestled in CMLL World Women's. She's been the World Women's Champion in CMLL, which is a Mexican wrestling promotion. She is Chilean by nationality, I believe it is, and she is 31 years old. She made her debut in 2009 in February. She has acquired belts from just about every major indie promotion you can think of. Like I said, she had the belt with CMLL, which is a major Mexican wrestling promotion. She has also wrestled and earned championships in other places like AULL Women's Championship, which is another Lucha Libre wrestling promotion. She's also earned a championship in Arena Azteca Budokan. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. International Women's Championship, CMLL. She's been the World Women's Champion. She's been the Women's Tag Team Champion. She's been they have another championship, and I don't know how to say it, so I'm not gonna say it wrong. But she was championship. She had another women's tag team championship. They have another championship within the company. And she was also Grand Prix de Amazonas. Don't know what that is, but I'm just going to tell y'all some things. She was also the IWC Legacy Promotions Women's Champion. She was New Japan Strong's Women's Champion. She was Primos Wrestling. She was there. She did something there. It didn't really say if it was a championship or not. She was on Pro Wrestling Illustrated. She was ranked at number 54 on the top 250 female singles wrestlers list in 2023. And Vacker and her partner were ranked number 84 as of the top 100 tag teams in 2023 for the PWI tag teams. She has also championships from GDLL Women's Championship. She's been the Arena Mixed Tag Team Champion as well with her partner Ricky Marvin. So Miss Stephanie is very much a decorated superstar, and she was the last person to hold the New Japan Strong Championship. And as you can see here, did nothing but collect belts in her career. Now, Mercedes Moné was able to take that title off of her, and now it seems that Stephanie's cleaning up the rest of her bookings, and she is NXT bound. Shawn Michaels posted on his social media earlier today about her being a part T. And here's what he said. If I can find the goddamn post, where is it? God damn it. God damn it. I'm gonna have to go into my Instagrams because I sent it to my podcast folk. Okay, here we go. Shawn Michaels essentially just said, "Welcome to the WWE family, Stephanie Vacker. See you in Orlando." So she is reporting to the Performance Center whenever she's supposed to report, and she is going to be a part of NXT. Now, a lot of people were asking about Julia and where she was because they had featured her on NXT some months back, and they were expecting her to show up at NXT Heatwave. Well, Julia was injured for a little while. She's finally been cleared. So now she's going to finish up some dates and bookings that she has. I believe she has a match with somebody over in New Japan. I'm not quite sure who that match is going to, when that match is going to happen or any of that. I'm not sure of that. But she is slated to have a match over in New Japan. And I think Julia will then report back to WWE and begin her time to start in WWE, I guess you could say. Um, yeah, there you go. Nicole got me. She got cleared on Sunday. So she was injured. Okay. So she now is up a booking, I guess she was supposed to have, or a match. She's going to do that match and then she'll be back. She'll be over in NXT. But I wanted to make sure you guys knew because sometimes y'all know and sometimes y'all don't. So Stephanie hooked me with one match. She's amazing. I have never seen any of Stephanie's matches, but I have seen her social media, and she is a very aesthetically pleasing woman. I like her getup. I like her gear. I like the way she presents herself. She said something on her on her Instagram, where she says she got to get new haters because the old ones are starting to like me. And I was like, "Ooh, I like her. I like her a lot." I like her. I like her because she petty and I like that. So I was like, period. Period. You need new haters. Let's get you some new ones. Don't worry, girl. It's plenty of them in WWE. Plenty. Yeah, but Mercedes won, so whatever. Anyways, so there's another thing that I want to discuss, and I'm gonna let you guys in. You guys can come in. Um, because speaking of Mercedes, I get questioned a lot about AEW, especially from new followers, and I do need to address it before we move forward. Okay, so here's the thing: there are going to be a lot of instances, more than not, where I will not cover AEW content, and that is because AEW does not allow me to do so. The same way that I cover any other wrestling promotion, the same way I would cover WWE and TNA, you know, I cover a lot of stuff when it comes to wrestling. I stick mostly to WWE because they're a little bit more lax on me posting my content. Okay. Now, when it comes to AEW, they are very, very nasty when it comes to content creators and what we post in regards to their content. When I really started doing commentary on their content, I immediately got hit with an intellectual property strike. And this stopped Instagram from sending my videos out. It stopped everything from happening. And they barred, pretty much blocked me from being able to be seen. And like my channel, not my channel, but my page was almost dead because of that. So I don't cover a lot of W content. I don't watch it. I don't see it. On occasion, I'll come across a clip or two, or I may watch, an episode. If Nicole tells me something cool happened, I'll pull it up on my Hulu and I might watch it in real time. But usually I'm not watching AEW. So that's one of the reasons why you guys do not see content or conversations about AEW, because they're very strict about what you're allowed to show and what you're allowed to comment on. But when it comes to Mercedes, what happened?
There's a few times because I know there's a few times you actually try to upload something from AEW, and then you said like you got like strike or something, or they were or something like
they gave me an intellectual property strike, which is it's essentially saying I'm literally stealing their content. and producing it as my own, which was not the case, not even in the slightest. So
We appreciate that you watch for for the show, girl. We appreciate when we make money, you'll get extra more just because of that. So
yeah, because I mean, I do get to see some things because of the people I follow on Twitter, and of course people I follow on Instagram. So there are some things that I do come across. Like I did get to see Hangman Adam Page's promo that he cut still because he's a part of the Owen Hart tournament. And he's got to go up against Brian Danielson. I think it's today. Nicole, does he wrestle him today? If he hasn't already wrestled him? She
Wednesday, so
said it used to be before. It used to be before because Trey refused to watch. Yeah, yeah, he
Trey
did. He stopped watching it too.
Trey would watch for the girls, like the ones that he would always do the up and coming spotlights on because
Yeah,
they
I think he would just watch their matches and then turn it off. Um,
Willow. He always hyped up the girls. He
oh,
was
it's
like
next week.
one of the
Okay.
biggest wave of Jade supporters too. So he saw
Yeah.
so
Also, Stephanie's CMLL belt that she vacated, Willow Nightingale gets to go after it. Willow's going after it. Viva Van from New Japan and Lulavia is going after the title. It's a triple threat for that title, which that's kind of cool. I love Willow, and they kind of fucked Willow over. So they used to copyright strike him too. Yeah, it's really bad. So I don't. That's one of the reasons why you don't see me covering a lot of their stuff. I may on occasion give you guys the rundown if it was a really big pay-per-view like the one that they're going to have in Wembley. I may pull up and be like, hey, this is what happened, these are the matches and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to be able to give you a full blow by blow like WWE or on occasion like with TNA, because TNA and WWE's prices for their PLEs are more reasonable than it is for AEW. It's like $40 a pop for each pay-per-view, sometimes 50 depending on the pay-per-view. And while I, used to pay 50, 40, 50 bucks for a pay-per-view with WWE, I don't know, I'm a spoiled American and I'm not paying 50 bucks.
it's not even the build by the WWE. Rest in peace. Also, like I've had people at my house watch like AEW shows, which is fine. Basically, they're like, "We just need a TV." I'm like, "Fine, but you're paying for it." And they're like, "Fine, you're cooking," which is a good trade off or whatever. Because I love cooking when we have people coming over. But man, if you expect me to sit through an old school WrestleMania length pay per view, every single match better be, or at least I should not be struggling for my life after the third match to make it through a 4 hour pay per view.
You
I'm
better
gonna
know
be
when to
honest.
watch it then.
I've never actually sat and watched a full AEW pay-per-view all the way through. I think the only one that I've actually been able to see is when someone, they sent me a little linky link. Okay. Anyway, and I think that was like, I don't know if it was All In or like one around the first couple of iterations of it. I don't remember. But I do remember watching parts of a pay-per-view. I didn't get to watch the whole pay-per-view all the way through. And it was extensively long. Their matches are incredibly long. Some of them, they're just too long. Even when WWE has really long matches, I lose interest very quickly. But that's probably because, the way my brain works. But to get back on track, I just generally don't watch it. It's not any slight to any of them. To be honest, I've been advocating for AEW to exist and to do their thing for a long time because of the superstars that are over there that rightfully deserve the time and the attention that they're getting. Girls like Chris Statlander and Sky Blue, and then you have Toni Storm, who's been able to turn her shit around, which thank God for that, because Mariah's over there and she's able to do great as well. And then I'm okay with some of the guys that are over there that get their shine when it's necessary, but sometimes for me, I check out very easily, especially when they do weirdo shit. And Mercedes is a big factor of that at this current point. So some of y'all that follow me are very, very big Mercedes Monet fans, and that's fine. You can love who you love. I'm not telling you who to like and who not to like. Some of y'all want me to cover a lot of her stuff, and I'm just not going to do that because I promise you, if I do, you're not going to like what I have to say. So
Listen to
I'm not
probably don't.
saying that I like Mercedes as a wrestler. I think wrestling wise, she's great. I don't have a problem with that. But letting her decide how her creative direction goes is a mistake. That's the first thing. Um, I think
She
that she enjoys the freedom of AEW because she has the control to do what she wants. And with most control freaks, with me being a control freak myself, I can understand that. But at the same time, I also know that there are certain limitations to what I am capable of. So I have to relinquish control to certain people. You have to allocate it to those who are stronger in that area. She is not strong in that area. And from what I've seen, it is detrimental not only to her, but to those who she wrestles in terms of her creative control. You can say
I
whatever you want, but
I don't see this title reign being as, what's a nice way of saying this, because I'm really not in the mood to put up with Mercedes fans this week. Um, I don't think that this is going to be a successful title reign. Like, yeah, she's going to win matches, but I don't think this is going to bring the hype title. And first of all, isn't it like the TBS women's title?
what'd you say? I'm
Sometimes,
sorry.
what title is it? Because isn't that the TBS title?
Yes, that's the title she has. It's the women's TBS title.
She doesn't even have like the main one, which is what fucking Tony Storm has.
Well, that's one decision that I actually agree with.
Yeah.
She doesn't need it,
I mean, I
has
don't want
she
her
earned it.
taking
If I'm being fair, because like I I
matches
understand
unless
it to a certain extent. I'm not saying that you know that Mercedes isn't a draw. She is, but not to the level that she thinks that she is.
that's what I was trying to say.
If if I can make it so that it's plain, Becky Lynch is a bigger draw than she is. And that has everything to do with obviously with Becky's booking, right? And the strength of the character that she was able to create.
Right.
It also plays a large part into how Mercedes operates. So everybody kind of goes on this tirade about Mercedes. They're very protective of her, which rightfully so. Do protect Black women at all costs, but sometimes you have to hold people's feet to the fire. Okay. And in this case, Mercedes has to take some accountability in terms of her specifically. And I'm not saying she's terrible. She's not a horrible person, but her attitude can be at times, and especially when it's directed at other wrestlers. And then you have most of the time, most people are okay with working with other people. And like I say all the time, your coworkers, you may not like everybody. That's okay. You don't have to like me in order to have some semblance of respect for me. And I think the difference is when it comes to certain superstars, she does not have respect for them. So it can come across crass when she talks about them, especially when she's talking about them in code on podcasts. And in my opinion, if you're going to stand 10 toes down in what you're saying, stand all the way. Don't put no pinkies down. Put all them toes down. Okay? Say what you need to say.
The problem is that Mercedes fans have, and rightfully so. You know, you have a fan base, you have dedicated fans. They're going to support you 125%, right? But I think the problem is during that off time that she had from WWE, before officially doing what she did. I think, and I mean, this could have been happening before too. I think she let that fan hype get to her head. And we had already heard that she had an ego. Unless you were already her friend, she didn't like you, kind of thing. Which, what the fuck kind of mean girl mentality is that? I thought everyone grew
I
up.
don't, well, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's that. I don't, I'll say she just doesn't like certain people, which is fine. Like I
But
said, you don't have to like everybody. You're not gonna like everybody, but she has a particular stigma towards specific people.
I just don't get the thing with Bliss. I mean, if it's been what, almost 15 years at this point. Me and Rico did the math the other night,
I mean, I guess
and
she just doesn't like her, but I
I
don't.
like other people. I don't like a lot of people, but I'm not gonna go on a podcast and be like, oh, yeah, she knows who she is, trying to be all cute and stuff. And I'm like, you're not cute
Huh.
doing that.
Guess what, bitch? Which bitch I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, you could just say it.
Right.
I mean, it's unless you're trying to protect your ass because you know you're gonna eventually go back to the E and you don't want to say something to fuck up that opportunity.
I think that's what it is because you notice, like you said, she's talking in code and she's not saying she wants to go back to WWE one day.
Or you could have just not alluded to that at all. It's very simple. You could have just said, I like the freedom that I have in AEW. I'm able to be a little bit more in control than I was in WWE. It was difficult because they gave us restraints. You did not have to throw anybody else under the bus to say what you needed to say. That is the same thing that we said about Athena when Athena went on Renee's podcast and was shitting on Mandy Rose.
That shit low key pissed me off.
So I'm not saying like we're not shitting on Mercedes per se. I'm just saying that there's a way you have to navigate this, and I don't, and it's not necessarily you have to play the game type of bullshit, but it's just you need to have some type of media training so people can't use shit against you in the end because you go on the internet and then you say, well, the internet is mean. And it's like, well, no, babe. A lot of times what they're doing is taking things that you're saying out of context because you allow them to do that.
And that's exactly what it is. I mean, like, I mean, good for her. She's doing what she wants, I guess. But to be honest, I don't think she needs to go back to WWE right now or like ever.
She's not going
Huh.
back to WWE.
No,
That contract is solid where she is. She'll be there for a little bit. For a little bit.
she'll tell Tony Khan she's going down with the dying ship, and then she'll jump into a lifeboat. But like being for real though, look at the main roster on Raw and SmackDown. Look who we got on NXT, and look who's coming in to NXT. There's no room for her to come back because and honestly, WWE don't need her. I just, the one thing that I've never liked about Mercedes is just like and I've told you this, and I try to explain it to people. I can understand a bitch who's fake as long as they know that they're fake. But I can't stand them when they fake and they act like they're real. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna act like I know everything because I don't, right? I'm not going by necessarily what I heard. It's more of your how you present yourself, right? And I don't care for the new character in AEW either. I've seen it and I just find it to be very much all over the place and chaotic. I think that there's a reason why there's a structure that you need to adhere to. And I don't know, like every time we have this conversation, especially on the pod when we talk about it, they immediately take it as us bashing and we're not, because I swear to you, from the time that we first started seeing AEW do weekly episodic shows, Nicole, me, Alexis, and even Don, and anybody else who's been featured on the show, We Love Wrestling or Marks with
So
Mike's, Get Your Podcast, like we've all said the same thing, that AEW lacks structure. I've been screaming it 4 years, and fucking Ethan Page, he validated what I said. And I was like, I told them, I told everybody, and everybody thought I was hating. Oh, you're hating. You don't like. No, it's not that. It's there's no structure here. You
Ethan
lack
Page,
direction. And Ethan Page put it out and was like, it's refreshing to be able to come to a place. It's run like a well-oiled machine. I don't have to figure everything out. All I have to
and
do
that's
is come to work and do my job. And I was like,
and that's all you have to do. Because like we've said, I don't want AEW to fail. In all aspects, this company should have probably closed up 3 years ago. It's still running. Okay. I don't want it to fail because I got favorites over there. One of them being Samoa Joe, who I'm finally gonna get to meet him. I'm gonna meet him.
what? He's gonna get what? You started screaming. What happened?
No, Samoa
What?
Joe's gonna be a fanboy on Saturday. Finally get to meet
Oh,
him.
he's gonna be at Fanboy. Okay, she's excited for that. I didn't know.
I'm gonna-
I don't understand what you were. I was like, what? He's gonna go where?
He gonna come home with me? I don't know.
No, he's not.
Sleep on the couch.
Daryl, I don't know what you gonna do, but you gotta get out the room.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Let me
Joe's here.
look. Let me have this Delulu, okay? I can't have it all the time. Let me have this little bit. But
Okay, Liv, go ahead.
but we don't want it to fail because we do have favorites over there. The problem is there's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many people back there doing what they want to do, and there's a lot of people back there for some reason who don't want to tell them you need to stop. Yeah, how you have guys like Dean
Hey.
Malenko, fucking Mark Henry, and all these guys who used to fight each other in the locker rooms, but ain't and people out here calling Jericho a piece of shit. How come no one back there checking that man's ego?
I don't know.
My man,
I don't that part I can't answer. And I don't even that and that right there is not even that's not that and I get where you coming from because you and Nicole be on the same page with that. My thing is that could all be done on the executive side. And you have way too many executives and higher ups to actually rectify that. And you haven't done that. And then this is why you have situations like what happened with Punk, or you have situations like what's going on with Perry and Punk. And then now you, and what really killed me was you went back, you suspended Perry, and then you immediately put him in the limelight with the Elite. And then and it was smart. I'm not going to lie, it was smart for them to rest in that heel position of the Elite and let that ride and let that be their thing. But you always have the Young Bucks at the forefront. They're never taking a backseat. They're never like resting. You know what I mean? They're always lurking and waiting and always getting something. They're always in that mix somewhere.
they are.
Oh, Mariah just won the Owen Cup. Good for her.
Here.
I love
Hey,
Mariah.
Remy. Good for her. I like Mariah. She's cool.
Yeah,
But
I'm
it's
back
always
on
like
board.
that. And I just kind of I wish that Tony would be a little bit more aggressive in terms of maintaining his company. But also, I wish that his executives had a better reign on their superstars as well. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful manner, like they're not allowed to do their job the way that they're doing. But I'm just saying, like maybe you should switch this up a bit because AEW is all over the place, and there's no real true direction in terms of like where stuff is headed. A lot of times storylines are all over the place. No, she turned on Tony.
No.
Oh
Oh
no.
shit.
Oh,
Oh
you
shit.
whore.
Oh, that's good storytelling right there. That's good. Oh yeah, I think I got a new meme. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I uploaded it today. Hold on, look. Just give me 5 seconds, y'all.
Ding dong.
That's right, nigga.
Bitch.
Whore bells.
The Horrible button.
Whore
She
bells.
said she hit Tony with the belt.
What
And she
Oh,
just
we-
killed Luther.
do you mean she killed Luther?
She murdered him. He's gone forever. Oh well, I mean the student has now become the teacher.
Right. This
Crack
is
Tony
crazy.
open.
That's good storytelling. I'm not gonna lie. Kudos to y'all, whoever Tony and them got going for him right now.
That's the only good thing they got going.
Yes, Tony.
Last
But
I
I
checked, she was
think
in the
it's fun-
throuple.
Ooh, they said she's bleeding real bad. She said she
Okay.
cracked Tony open and she bleeding real bad.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Jesus. They love blood on AEW.
Yes, child. They love them some blood. Is it in black and white?
If it's
It's
in black and
always
white,
in
that's
black
kind
and
of
white,
cool.
child. It's
That's
worse
kinda
in black
cool.
and white.
Oh, Tony about to cut the promo of her fucking life, man.
Well,
Mariah, you
we
bitch.
definitely gonna be crying. Mascara running, lipstick all smeared.
Oh, she'll cry at first, and then
She need to watch out for that belt. I mean, oh, it was in color. Oh,
I can't believe she killed
Oh.
Luther.
damn. I don't know. Mariah might get that belt.
If I think I just
It wouldn't be a bad move.
She said, honestly, blood elevated this. I mean, it's
Yeah.
wow.
Like, bitch, he
But-
made me bleed. He was like my daughter,
yeah.
my lover.
Oh,
Maybe.
Possibly.
Where the hell is my suitcase?
I
Where do
am
I
glad that they had this storyline because this actually was one of the best things about AEW is Tony Storm.
Bitch. Ugh. Tony
I just
gotta
want them
get
to
her.
get some structure. That's all. I just need y'all to get some structure because y'all got good pieces. Like what's happening with Hangman Adam Page is actually really, really interesting. And I'm halfway tempted to watch so I can see how that unfolds because he is irate and his entire existence is about taking Swerve down. And I would pay fucking money to see that because I don't like Swerve. So
You mean Curve Man?
she said, Remy said, Don, she's definitely gonna start her promo by calling Mariah a you raggedy bitch. Remy's stupid. Y'all gotta go to my page and see Remy's video. Matter of fact, go to Remy's page and see the video of him. He just beat somebody's ass in the bathroom.
Period, Remy, as you should.
Remy fucked that dude up.
I know that's right.
Get them when they're
He
not
was like,
looking.
what up, bitch?
Sometimes you just need to jump a bitch in the bathroom because they
Oh
have
my
that shit.
god. It was awesome. I loved it. Hold on. Nicole said this on Twitter. Oh,
How bad is she? How bad?
she whipping her ass with this belt.
That's a lot of ass. I'm sorry. I'll see myself.
Ew. Oh, this was rough. Wow.
I'll do
Who
it.
did Mariah beat?
Sky Blue, I think. Yeah, my daughter's got to clean her room up. What the hell is this shit? No, I told her to clean. You know what she did? She just shoved everything under her bed.
Classic kid move. It doesn't work. Ugh.
Not they never check under the bed.
My mom used to be evil. She would push everything on the floor.
That's crazy.
It's
Hey,
not
that's what we
clean.
used
I'm
to do
like,
back in the day
you.
in middle school. You know what, Ruby? You right. You right. We did used to catch bitches in the bathroom. They most vulnerable in the bathroom. But you ain't hear that from me. Y'all ain't finna be coming at me. I heard that from Tiffany. Oh, she beat Willow.
Oh,
That's big, Mariah.
Okay.
damn. Dude, my girl's so dirty.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Willow. And I
They
love
gotta get
Willow.
Willow's got. They
I
gotta
mean,
have
it's
some.
okay because she had a good year last year. So,
Yeah, and she can still collect belts from other companies. She ain't gotta stay. And that's the cool thing about AEW is you don't have to, stay there. You can kind of move around and make some moves in other places, which is kind of cool.
Didn't Willow had the TBS title?
She did, but she ended up dropping it to Mercedes.
Yeah, okay.
Mercedes' first match there.
She dropped the belt.
Wins the title.
Which I didn't agree with that either.
But I mean, that's some Tony Khan shit. When you tied up on that bugger shit and you do stupid shit like that.
Jared,
Give her the belt and expect some fucking money.
you're right. Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Stop it right now.
sometimes I too want to just rub my face in just a big bowl of Coke.
Do you understand the ripple effect of your idiocy and how it just starts? Will you stop it? You're contagious. Stop it right now. No, because you're gonna do it again. You're gonna do it again because you're pet. Stop it.
Where the hell is my suitcase?
Okay, I'm going to the chat. I'm going.
I think I'm just gonna finish that Chipotle.
Oh, she bleeding. Oh,
Had
Jacob,
an
look.
artery bleeding.
Oh,
Sister on the.
Jesus!
Oh, she leaking, Alexis.
Let me jump on
I
the
put that in the
grenade.
group
Mariah
chat.
went full on. She not playing. She not playing. She is not playing, y'all.
Kind of place I can feel with you,
Is
hoes.
it the
She is serious.
death or
What happened?
Oh. dead?
Yeah, it's serious.
Movie.
Had to pull a flapjack. Serious.
It's like looks like something out of a horror movie, like a slasher movie.
That's crazy.
Damn, Tony.
That's nuts. All
Holy
right.
That was
I'll be back.
crazy.
Y'all hold it down for me, please. I shall return. Okay, give me like 5 minutes.
Damn. If
All
y'all
right.
want to see what we're talking about, go to Twitter. They'll probably have it up by then. And I don't know if AEW will have this on their Instagram, but why not?
Probably not. They don't really post over there for real.
Don, have you seen it?
I did. I looked in the group chat.
Oof.
Crazy. She beat her ass.
Props to Tony Storm and for
Who? When is the next pay per view?
I think it's next month. I don't care because AEW. I just know when there's a pay-per-view we go over the results of the show. But I think like last time we did that is when Punk beat up Jungle Boy. So that was like last. So, or was it earlier this year? I don't remember.
A lot has happened.
Look, when you start working a grown-up 9 to 5, everything just starts running together.
What you mean? I do 8 to 6. Day in, day out.
But look at us, though.
Oh, child. Today was a day. Somebody told me I don't. They was like, leave me alone. I said, oh, leave you alone. Okay.
I'd be like, who the hell you think you're talking to?
I
'Cause
said,
I
that's
know.
why you just gonna sit on the bench and I'm gonna leave you alone. He said, I'm
I
sorry. I won't tell you to leave me alone again. I said, okay. Watch that mouth.
I mean, you should come down here and tell your niece that, cause yeah,
If you don't mind her crying, because she gonna cry.
she got mad at my husband and one day, and she goes, "Well, at least my dad's still alive."
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
I said,
definitely make her cry about that one.
"Oh, I never. You want to see a? If you don't want to discipline your children, take away all their electronics for a day, and then tell them to go to their room with no TV, no switch, no phone, no Alexa, nothing like that." And
Oh
he
no,
took her.
you want to be cruel? Leave it in there. But I bet not even hear you thinking about it.
I
Because I'm
remember
going to be in here.
my mom would take my TV, but then one time she got tired of doing it, so she just hid my remote. It's like when you find it, you can have it again. Nicole, what's it for?
Yeah, definitely don't be playing with me.
Ah,
It's okay. All I use a week.
I forgot today's Wednesday. I was like, tomorrow's Friday. Wait, no, it's Wednesday. Shit. Nicole, what's the oh shit for? Did Tony like pass out? That's the one thing I miss about having cable.
Okay.
I don't miss paying for it.
Okay. Jeez.
Everything's streamed now. I'm like with Raw going to a Netflix next year. I mean, I only really watch Raw most weeks anyway, so I mean, know that story. Oh yeah, I got. Let me get my finances in order, and I'll think about getting Sling. Yeah, so y'all need to come down here and check your niece a couple times, cause yeah,
I was like, you goddamn right your dad's still alive. What do you mean?
I kind of told. He's like, I took care of it. Don't worry, but man, I told her off behind his back. I said, you better never say that to your dad again. I said, cause you may
That's
not.
mean.
I told her, I said, you say that again, you won't have a mom or a dad. We'll drop you off at an orphanage, and we won't tell Nana and Papa where you're at.
If I would have told my daddy that, he would have knocked my teeth down my throat.
I remember one my mom like, I don't, or I said something like, "You're not my real mom. My mom's something like that." Man, I had never seen my mom tear up like that so fast in my life. I felt so horrible afterwards.
Yikes.
I was just like, I'm sorry for coming at me. I'm sorry. I need to know if my suitcase is in Rico's room, but I don't want to go through Rico's stuff because I'm not that nosy. But I do know I will say one thing. I'm not calling him out or anything, but that man dresses like an old white granny librarian.
I told y'all. I've been telling y'all this from the jump.
I mean, I'm just watching. Like, I'm like, he's showing me new stuff that I bought. So Rico, I gotta check
You
myself
dress
sometimes
like
with him.
somebody old ass gay auntie. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's always just like, I watch him when he leaves for work, and he's got like his sequiny jeans on, and I'm just like, sir, you do realize we're in the South, right? Like we're in Tennessee.
Okay.
We're getting there.
No
He gives
camouflage at all.
gay art teacher. Oh no. He right. You don't want no toys flying. I just don't want to go through his stuff because I respect, roommate privacy or whatever.
I
But
don't
I don't
think
know
he
how.
has no toys. He's frigid.
I mean, he does have his little friend that he's been seeing, so
Yeah, he finally told me about that.
he gives gay art teacher.
He
Girl,
does.
so I asked him earlier this week. I'm like, hey, you guys wanna just get out of the house because me and him been at home if we're not at work. So I'm like, let's just get out of the house because the walls are caving in. So we went to we went to this discount store. It's called Bells. It's like a Marshalls, TJ Maxx kind of thing. And I was just like, let me see if I can find something nice for this trip I got to take. And he finds two of those, like, I guess you call them like shaws or pullovers or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkly, and he's like, I'm gonna get these. I'm like, where the fuck are you gonna wear these to? And then he put it on. I'm looking at him like, you really are a gay auntie librarian, aren't you? And
Jesus Christ.
the whole time, the lady behind the counter just is looking at us like, why is this guy trying on women's clothes? But I don't think she was all there, so there's that. But he's just like, he goes, what do you think? And I'm like, bro, you're asking me. I'm here for jeans. Why? Don't ask me what.
Oh, Jesus. I can't wait to go out. Every joke possible I'm gonna make.
Hell, got all summer. They have SummerSlam to make fun of him.
Every time we out, I'm just here with the maid.
He actually ordered those ugly ass boots too.
I know.
It's like, oh God, why? Why?
Mm-mm-mm. Some people are crazy. Weird.
Hey man,
And they shall be shunned from the earth.
Don's talking about you. Come here, yell at him. See, when you hear Rory, that's when you get all excited because you think there's another cat somewhere.
She tired of being up in there with y'all.
It really is.
Well,
No,
I got no friends out here. I be in the house all day.
dude, she's happy when we're not here. I think because all she does is sit us yelling at me. I'm like, dude, shut up! I fed you this morning. And then there's that asshole. Oh, I gotta get him in. Here we go.
Didn't you say he was dragging a tree branch the other day?
Yeah, he just had a huge tree branch in his mouth and he was just prancing with it. I'm like, okay, he's special. He can't help it. He's special. Very, very special.
It's one of those things, just like such a goddamn dog.
One day I will have a chilled, normal, sane dog. But well, this one and the last one we had, I don't think that peace was never an option. And then we got this thing right here who just yells at me to clean her litter and feed her.
Mm. We were reading a book yesterday. It was called Too Many Puppies. I was like, how many puppies do y'all think is too many? It was like one. I said, I agree. One puppy is too many puppies.
I don't. I'm telling you, when I see people who like just had a baby and then they turn around and get a puppy on top of that, I'm just like,
Bitch, are you crazy? You got two under two.
no, that's a horrifying thought. I saw a mom today.
Scary.
Kid, I swear this kid looked like it was about 1, and then she had another one that was like probably 6 months old, and I'm just looking at that like, nope, 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 nope.
But they'll be best friends.
Shit. They used to say that about me and my brother, and we ended up fighting.
Well, he has personal issues he has to work through. He needs a therapist.
Even before like all that, we would be fighting like Remy D fighting people in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah, my sister used to get into. We used to argue a lot. Now we argue like once or twice a year.
I don't see my brother except once or twice a year, and I avoid him at all costs.
They try to avoid me. It don't work.
I just whatever.
It's
I'm just
okay.
trying.
You
I'm just
have
nice
me.
to for my. I do. I'm just nice to him for my parents' sake. But even then, my
That's the
mom's.
worst.
Considering everything that's going on with my dad, and you know. But after last time, my mom's like, if you don't want to come see him, you don't have to come see him. No, Remy, my brother would literally like come in my room when I'm like playing PlayStation or something, and he would like try to fight me, like out of
Oh
nowhere.
yeah, I be doing that.
And then I tried to ignore him one day, and then he took my PlayStation. It was a PlayStation 1 controller. So it was like not, it was still like you had to plug it in, and he yanked it out of my hand and he pulled it out. And after he did that, that controller never worked right.
Ooh,
So pissed.
yeah, I've been mad about that.
I may have ended up choking him with the wire until my mom came in, but legally I'm not allowed to say anything beyond that.
Y'all are wild.
Look, my mama's white trash, my daddy's a hick. What do you think was gonna happen? Okay.
Oh,
We would fight, but like no one would get injured or anything like that.
the craziest thing that happened to me is my cousin threw a chair at me. Ooh, wild times.
What is it with the cousins always trying to start shit? Yeah,
I don't know. He was a little pissy. I don't know what he was
man,
mad about. He said, "I don't like you. I hate when you come here." He threw that folding chair at me. I started laughing because it was funny.
that's a huge.
Like, you
Well,
throwing chairs? That's how mad you are? So angry.
he's throwing chairs, motherfucker. Like, calm your tits down. Shit.
And my auntie was like, "Stop messing with him." I said, I'm not doing nothing." He threw a chair at me.
It's always
I'm
us that get
chilling.
cousins come in, start throwing shit at us, and we're the ones that get blamed because we're sticking up for.
Because they be chilling before we come over here. Duh, they're at home. Of course they were cool before I came.
Now they just want to act up and be little. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
It's fine. It was years ago. Everybody's taller than me now, so I have enough room to speak.
I only have one cousin that's older than me, and he's a sociopath, or taller than me, and he's a sociopath. So I really don't have anything to do with him.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is why I like pro wrestling, because you know what? I don't want to fight my family. If I'm gonna fight my family, I'm gonna at least learn how to do like a stunner on my dad or something like that.
All
But
right.
yes,
Hey, God damn it, Heather, my neck.
What are we talking
That
about?
she
family
said
just
she
be
was gonna wrestle her family. Had a stunner on her dad.
Who stunted they dad?
She said she
but
was gonna do it.
my
Oh,
dad,
I was about to say, who is you talking? What?
That's why I
son, my
said, God damn it, Heather, my neck.
I
I can't
cannot.
son my dad now because that just be like kicking a head of lettuce, but you know what I mean.
No, I had the attitude of Justin my daddy.
Yo, Remy D said he sounds like a peach.
Yeah.
What?
Talking about my brother and how like me and him used to actually like fight.
Oh, well, that's normal.
Choking him out with a PlayStation controller after he fired the cord out and it never worked again. That's normal.
Yeah.
I was talking about fighting your siblings because I fought mine, so that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what type of psychopathic shit you was talking about.
You really love y'all don't try
I
to
don't know
kill
what
each
that's
other.
Look, when you're 7 years younger than your brother, you got to learn to survive or die, and I like surviving at that point.
I'm serious. I don't know what.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know what that's like.
Shut up, Gerard.
I don't.
Shut up, because you finna start some shit, and I don't want to hear it.
I'm not gonna start
You
nothing.
is.
No, I'm not. All I say is I don't know what it's like to fight my siblings. My siblings were too damn big for me to try to tussle with.
Swear to God.
What, you were raised in the Brady Bunch?
No, he just had big ass brothers, and they used to be his ass.
I'm 5'11" now. One of my older brothers was my height when he was 16. My older brother that passed away was 6'5" at 19. I was barely 5 foot at 13.
What are you feeding these children to make them this big? Goddamn.
So yeah, little old me that's barely 100 pounds soaking wet.
Now he's pushing like 279.
Tussling with a 16-year-old that's 5'11", 225 that plays football in high school. Oldest brother who's 6'5", 275 solid because he's dropping weight because they're making him exercise while he's in city year.
You had to survive or die. So you know exactly what I was going through.
I didn't have to survive or die. I just kicked Chris in the balls, and that was the end of that. I fought dirty. It was either leave me alone or I'm hitting you in the balls. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I did that to my brother, and I still got my niece. So I mean, that didn't really do anything to stop it.
Grody. Nicole said she bought the toasted cheese, and these shits taste burnt. From where?
So motherfucking man.
Is it Taco Bell? She said, "I'm so motherfucking bad."
So they got the big giant cheese thing.
Yeah.
That shit didn't sound that good to me. That's when they did it. I
She
said,
said, "I'm so
interesting.
motherfucking mad."
Because cheeses have a extraordinary, just a different taste. And to put that shit on the
Cheez-Its are
taco is
definitely an
crazy.
acquired taste. If you want to eat,
Especially the plain ones. You gonna put that big ass bitch on my no.
oh, she said no, it's Cheez-Its. No Cheez-Its. No
Okay.
Cheez-Its? Okay, well
Then
what
you
is it?
eat?
It's gotta be from Taco Bell.
Okay, that's
Don't they got that cheese crunch wrap?
yeah, but she said she's extra toasty cheddar jack.
She said the extra toasty cheddar jack.
Let me see. Let's Google.
From where though?
I don't remember Taco Bell didn't have that. This is like one of them seasonal summertime menu bullshit.
It's Cheez-Its?
Oh, it is the cheeses, but she
it's
said
Cheez-Its. She
it's a
said it's the
different
extra
brand.
toasty cheddar jack cheese.
It tastes like the plain ones.
No, she said it tastes burnt.
Ew.
She said no, like they are Cheez-Its. They're extra toasty cheddar jack, and the extra toasty is real toasty, is what she said.
Give me the Cheez-It Puffs. Have y'all had the Cheez-It Puffs?
Yes, I like Cheez-Its though.
Those are so good.
I love Cheez-Its, but my mother likes to eat Cheez-Its with vanilla ice cream.
Ew.
That's a little crazy.
And I said, Mom, please. My mom has a few weird foods that she eats. She'll eat the Cheez-Its with the ice cream. And then my mom, like, I like Raisin Bran. Fuck y'all. I don't care about what y'all talking about because I know some of y'all is giving me old lady looks in this goddamn like, ew, you eat Raisin Bran and do. Nah, that's over with. My mom, she lets it sit in the bowl and eats it like porridge. And it's so gross.
That's
I hate
nasty.
it so much. Every time I see her eat it, I always feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I'll be like, Mom, please. Why don't you just eat it? I like it soft.
Raisin Bran already soft.
I would have started crying. Like, are you gonna kill me in my sleep?
The moment you pour the milk on it, it instantly gets soggy.
I said, Mom, that's nasty. That's how she eats it.
That is.
Look at her. She came out the room, Jim. Look how she creeped out. She creeped out. Mom, you know you do it. It's gross.
Raisin Bran. She loves Raisin Bran.
Nerve of you telling my business. Mom, you do.
I eat it my way. You eat it your way.
It's gross. You eat it like you don't have any
Just
teeth.
because you don't eat it like I do, don't mean that it's gross. That's just the way I like it.
Mom, you let the cereal sit in the middle. It's nasty.
So,
It's so nasty.
Tip gets it from.
you go to sleep.
No, because he took a nap earlier. It's so gross.
Whatever.
She's so mad. She's so mad.
Yeah, my business.
They know mine. I don't have any more business of my own to tell. I'll tell Browns he eat French fries with mayonnaise.
That's from him being in Germany.
He does. Because in
Really?
Germany, when he went to Germany, when he was overseas, they give you pommes frites and they give you he said they gave you a spicy ketchup and then they gave you mayonnaise. And he liked it with mayonnaise. And ever since I was a kid, he was eating French fries with mayonnaise. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's you haven't seen anything until you see, like, my dad used to make sandwiches. He's a sandwich guy. Okay. So he would make his sandwiches and then he would fry French fries. And then he would get his mayonnaise. And like, I'm the type where if I get a sauce, right, I generally don't like it on my plate. Especially if you eat like something like ketchup or barbecue sauce, because it's gonna look like a fucking crime scene. Okay. So I will generally mess up a small sauce bowl to put my sauce in. My dad doesn't do that. He just puts it right on the plate. And he used to put like he'll take like a spoon and just spoon the mayo on his plate. And he would just be dipping his French fries in it. And I used to be like, that's disgusting. I can't fucking do it. I used to be like, oh God. Imagine having to wash dishes and like you got remnants of like mayo globules on the damn plate.
Yeah, but did you die from touching them?
How can you die?
There was a time where because of that, I didn't eat mayonnaise on my sandwiches because of that. Everybody has their weird food combos. This happens to be my dad's. And he used to eat chipped beef when we were kids. You guys ever heard of military term for it is shit on the shingle?
Yeah.
It sounds really bad, but essentially what it is beef in a cream sauce and they put it over toast and they serve it. They served it a lot in the military, and those are some of the things that he loved. Like in the military, that's what he would eat when he went to the mess hall for breakfast, or he would eat something that they cooked. But if he wanted something quick, he would eat the chip beef. So when he came home and got out of the military and was doing his routine things, like Stouffer's sells chip beef in the, like, individual servings that you can just warm it up and then warm up your toast or whatever. So my dad, knowing that there's a big ass outlet for Nestle here, he figured out that he can go and get Stouffer's at the outlet cheaper. And he went there and he came home with an insane amount of chip beef. It was nuts. Filled up the freezer. Nicole said it's gross. Stop it.
I hate it.
He filled up the freezer with all of it. Like, because my dad and mom were very resourceful when we were kids, and they had 5 kids to take care of. So they would buy in bulk, especially when shit like Sam's Club and Walmart came around. Some of y'all are very, very young, so y'all are used to having big box stores like Walmart, Costco's, Sam's Club, BJ's. Those stores are prevalent. They weren't prevalent when I was a kid.
Right, they didn't come in.
So they started coming in when we were like 11, 12, I want to say.
Something like that, yeah.
We weren't even teenagers yet when the big box stores started.
Costco and BJ's first.
Costco's was the first of its kind, but in Cleveland, we got Sam's Club first. So my dad and mom started going to Sam's Club to buy everything. And we used to get milk in 5 gallons because it came in the gallon that you can sit in the fridge and like use it like a
spigot.
Like the spigot to get the milk out of instead of it. And it came like that for orange juice and milk. And then I think 2 years into Sam's Club selling it like that, they stopped and started selling it in the regular milk carton. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. We was begging for it to come back, but they didn't bring it back. Hold on, let me get these comments out of the way. She said, I build my Raisin Bran bowl a particular way. I like Raisin Bran, and I like my Raisin Bran with extra raisins in it.
Yeah.
Shut up. I do. I love Raisin Bran. I think it's great, but everybody else hates it, which is why I'm the only one in the house who usually has cereal. I'm usually the only one. To quote Woman Reigns, I'm interested on Cheez-Its and vanilla ice cream. My sister likes it. My mother likes it. It's a sweet and salty thing. But I can't get past the cheddar cheese Cheez-Its in the vanilla ice cream. Something about that seems wrong to me. So I steer clear of it. I don't eat that. I don't like it, but my mom loves it. She eats it to this day. She's always eating it. She loves Cheez-Its. The shit on the shingle is literally just chip beef. It's the kind my dad buys is he used to buy is the Stouffer's kind, and he would just warm it up and put it on toast and eat it. It didn't look bad. It didn't necessarily taste bad. It was pretty bland, and I would have to doctor it up for him if I was making it for him, because sometimes he would ask me to on a Saturday or Sunday if my mom didn't cook. But yeah. When there's 5 kids in the house, there are some things you are going to see, child. But again, like I said, we didn't have the big box stores just yet. They came later. And when we finally started getting them, like by then, my parents were shopping at like Aldi. And that came later too, because all we had at one point was a store called Rini Rigo's. Remember Rini Rigo's, Jared?
Vaguely.
You don't remember Rini Rigo's?
Vaguely.
There was Rini Rigo's. There was Finest, which turned into Tops.
Yeah, I want to say the Tops.
Mm-hmm. And then there was, oh God, what was the name of that one? It wasn't Save. We had Aldi, and then Save a Lot came. It came much, much later. And then Rini Rigo's turned into Giant Eagle. And it's been that way like ever since.
Think of this before we were even out of high school. Remember, like Targets were like a thing where you had to like drive to, and then by the time we were getting out of high school, everywhere was getting a Target, And then they started up the super Targets where it sold groceries. And that was a big fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because Target was trying to compete with like Walmart because that's when all the super Walmart started going on.
Yeah, oh, it was Kmart. That was the other store we had. Kmart had groceries in it.
The Super Kmart.
The Super K's
Kmart
had
had
grocery in it.
groceries? Oh.
I actually
low-key-
really like going to Super Kmart. Nicole said we had Sam's Club, but it was weird because you either shop there because you was rich, ain't have no money, or in college. Girl, fuck you. Because we definitely was in there.
Sam's Club was a rich people, old people's game.
Oh, we lived in Sam's Club.
Hey, everybody be in there. I be feeling embarrassed.
Oh,
Like you in Sam's Club? They let anybody in here these days.
oh God. Oh, that's disrespect. If somebody say some shit like that to me, we fighting.
Facts.
Child, you should see the people that be at my Sam's Club. Like, what the fuck? What's going on in here? Ghetto ass shit. That's why I have to
Doritos
get into that
and
little
vanilla
boy.
pudding. I'm not eating Doritos and vanilla pudding, Caleb. But since you eat that, you might like the Cheez-Its with the vanilla ice cream. That's
Oh, I want some chocolate pudding.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Triple chocolate.
Okay. Halls.
God,
What's Halls? Butter
what that
snaps,
is.
square pretzels, or wide sour cream and onion chips, and cookies and cream ice cream. What is with the? I guess I could see pretzels and ice cream. I guess I'm not a big. I don't know. I don't mind having pretzels in my ice cream. It's not something that I need. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm very, very, very leery when it comes to ice cream and like mixing shit together. It's rarity that I'll eat something like that. I'm very much a chocolate ice cream type of girl. I'm satisfied with that. Or I like a sorbet. That I'm very much a grandma when it comes to that kind of shit. Cause I just don't care enough about ice cream to deep dive into anything else. What strawberry jam? Why are you adding jam? Kayla, what is happening? She got French fries, vanilla milkshake, and strawberry jam. What is going on? We
I
always
never
had
heard of
one
no
in
house.
Elyria for as long as I can remember. We used to go to Target all the time because of the popcorn and glizzies.
Oh, you go to Target, take some nice pictures.
Yeah. We used to go in Giant Eagle specifically to get free cookies because they gave away free cookies. So you can go in there and go to the bakery counter and they had a free cookie program. And as long as you went in there and went to the back and asked the baker for a cookie, they would give you a free cookie. And they stopped doing it. And now they make you have a cookie card to get the damn cookie. And I was like, bitch, just give me the free cookie. Just give me the free cookie. I don't want that. But we used to beg to go into Giant Eagle so we can get that free cookie. They did it in Tops as well. Them was different days. You just get a free cookie. You go in there and be like, "Can I have a cookie, please?" And they would give you a free cookie. Whatever was the cookie of the day is the cookie you got. It usually was a sugar cookie, but every now and then, like if you had a nice black lady baker back there, she would give you a chocolate chip cookie.
Ooh, in the face.
My mom used to always make me go in line and get her a small bag of popcorn. I like going in Sam's Club because of the food court. And I was a big back bitch then and I'm a big back bitch now. Anyway.
Oh my
God. I like going in there for the food court because they have all types of shit at the food court. And I just go, get me a hot dog, get me some chips and something to drink. And you would spend less than $3. And you would be straight. And then Sam's Club and Costco's and BJ's gave you free samples. So we was in Sam's Club heavy. Because you go to the back. You go to the back where the frozen food was, and you can go back there and get samples. And sometimes they would do samples of pizza. Sometimes it'd be samples of their pasta bags. Other times they would do samples. Like one time they had ribs that they were sampling back there, and the ladies was giving out whole bones. The line to get that sample was crazy. Wrapped around the store. I was like, for a sample? This old black lady was standing in line one time to get a sample. I think it was a sample of like apple pie. And this younger little white girl came up behind her and was like, you know how sometimes you stand on somebody's heels and you like step on the back of their shoes? She kept stepping on the back of this old lady's shoe. And the lady was telling the girl politely to stop stepping on her shoe. She said, please. She said, baby, don't step on the back of my shoe, please. And the little girl was just like, I want my pie. I want some pie. And so I was standing in line and she told that little girl, she said, if you don't stop stepping on the back of my damn foot, I'm going to whip your ass. And I said, okay. Her mom was like, excuse me? She said, you need to get this little bastard under control. I said, man.
Get this little bitch. Fuck her up.
I turned around and was laughing so fast.
I bet she set her straight.
I said, ooh. She was like, you don't talk to a child that way. She said, you need to get this demon under control.
Not
walked
demon.
up to that lady, got
You
her
do
little
talk to a
sample
child
and walked
that way.
away. Child. I ain't never laughed so hard at something in my life.
Did she still want the pie?
That killed me. What happened?
Did she still want the pie afterwards?
Yeah. The little girl stood there, was crying, but that black lady got her pie and walked off. She grabbed her cup. They give it to you in these little paper cups. Mm-hmm. She grabbed her little paper cup with that little thin wooden spoon they give you, walked her ass away, and was glaring at that little white girl, child. And then the lady wouldn't let the lady only let the lady get one sample. Even though both of them was in line for the sample, she only let them get one sample. That's funny. So the little white girl was mad because she couldn't get her own sample. Mm-hmm. Her mother was like, let's just go. And she just full on temper tantrum.
Anybody want a dog?
No.
Ooh. Peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla wrap.
I was the man one told you don't do it.
Oh, you're dead. Peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla. In tortilla?
Hey, Q-tip. I fucking hate bitch.
I don't think I could do that.
I'm about to. We got a fucking bread.
Oh, Lord. This is why you can't have a piece on you, Tiffany. Why not?
Because you exactly don't raise tempers, ma'am.
First of all, I don't like how all the funk is directed at me. I don't like that. Okay? I'm not angry. I'm not the problem.
No, but you will be.
Did I say you were? No, I didn't say you were like
Bitch,
that.
I said no salt on my fucking fries. Go dip that shit in that grease and do it again before I bust a cap in your ass.
That's a down jacket.
Terry is in her because all
the Sam's Club. See, the Sam's Club I go to are nice.
No, there's
nice one on the west side of town that was like the first one that opened, but I don't go to that Sam's anymore, so I haven't been in there. But the ones that I frequent, they're really nice.
Some are nice, but then you got some that ain't so nice.
It's real nice. I do dip my French fries and milkshakes. That's my weird thing. Baby.
It's not as weird as you think. A lot of people do that.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a sweet and salty thing. Plus, potatoes pretty much are a vehicle for anything. So
get a piece of this.
Y'all ever have a store called Montgomery Ward's?
No.
Yes, we didn't
No.
have a store. By the time we got around to Montgomery Ward, they had closed up the stores, and they was just strictly in like an online, like an ordering store where you could order it through. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
Do they
in
still have those?
No, I think IGA got took over by Marks.
IGA did get taken. I forgot about Marks. We did have Marks back in the day. But we did have IGA. I remember winning IGA.
IGA got took over by Marks, and then most of us didn't go to Marks because Marks for a long time it was either cash
Or
if you didn't have
EBT.
cash, it was Discover.
Oh yeah, you did have to have Discover. And then when we hit teenage years, they switched over to accepting EBT and debit
Visa and
cards.
MasterCard.
Yeah.
And once they did that shit, it was on the popping.
Yeah. all the niggas was in Marks. Marks have all the deals, but they produce is terrible. I don't like their produce. Nicole said Hall was an old department store where I grew up at. We didn't have Halls here. We had Kaufman's, Dillard's. We didn't get Macy's until the 2000s, right? But we had Kaufman's, Dillard's, and then Kohl's came in later, and JCPenney and Sears, Value City, Sears, Burlington,
Sears came and left.
Kaufman's and Dillard's. Kaufman's and Dillard's was you had money to go in there. Like that was like our Macy's here in Cleveland. You went in there to go get like, perfume, the more expensive high-end shit. Unless you was going out to Legacy Village to go to Nordstrom or some shit like that, you went to Kaufman's and Dillard's.
Dad used to get all his shirts there at Dillard's because he thought he was Mr. Money back in the day, and he always had to get that's the only place where he would go buy his shirts from because it had the one brand there that he liked, and it was that's where he got all his shirts for work, and then I guess his casual wear, which was still a collared shirt. I've never seen my dad not in a collared shirt.
Oh yeah, your daddy old school, baby.
My dad
was in the house with a collared shirt on and a t-shirt underneath it.
Yeah,
and
his idea for beach Nautica shirt, high dollar board shorts, but he didn't call them board shorts. He called them swim trunks. And I remember all my back to school shopping at Montgomery Ward. And I got a couple of backpacks. I was like, oh, cool. I missed that store. You can find some good deals in that shit.
He had a gold chain.
Nigga, stop.
Shut up, Daddy.
I highly doubt it.
Oh, my dad has a thin ass gold chain.
You're a liar.
He was that man. He was him. Oh, he was him.
Look, my dad came from absolutely nothing, so he treated himself like he has this one huge ass pimp. I call it a pimp ring, and it has his first and last initials on it. And me and my brother,
he was busting niggas in the head.
Yeah. Probably back.
Day was surprising. Straight up on some Unity shit. Unity.
my spoiled himself, but he didn't say it was spoiling himself because he always had nice clothes, and that's the reason why that was one of the good habits of his that rubbed off on me because I noticed even when now with my internship where everything's casual, I still try to do casual but look nice though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remy said, yep, my grandparents bought the fridge and washing machine from Montgomery Ward. He said Montgomery Ward's appliances were like vampires. They lasted for years.
Yes. My parents, the same way my parents bought their first washer there. And they had that thing up until we moved from the first house I remember.
Damn.
And it just stopped working. Out of nowhere. And my mom's like, well, we've had this thing for 20 some odd years. I'm like, what?
We never had Montgomery Ward here. We had Woolworths, which was a department store that you would go in for coats exclusively. And they sold leather coats, fur, and faux fur. And the fur coats in Woolworths was they was floor length fucking chinchilla and mink fucking coats. And they sold that stuff here. Then once the era of wearing fur, once it became taboo, Woolworths kind of went out of business, I think, and they they scaled back, and there was a store inside Tower City. And me and AJ used to go to in Tower City every day. We used to go past that store, and it did nothing but leather jackets, coats.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Like it wasn't Woolworths, but it was another store, and they just sold nothing but leather. And then every now and then they would have like a faux chinchilla. Yeah, but they closed before you can go in there. But it was nice, and you had to, like, there was always like a hostess stand at the door for that store.
Mm-hmm.
You could not go in there unless you were allowed in there by the host or the guy that was standing at the front. He would not let you in. Because like we would go past it. I just wanted to go look at the jackets. Because they was fire. It was real leather jackets, and it was always really styled, really cool. And one time they had the jacket styled with like these leather equestrian riding boots. I was looking at this outfit and I was like, I don't know why, but I fucking want this. I want this fucking outfit.
It's still
I
there.
went to the door, and the man he says, "Oh no, you can't come in here." And I said, "And why not?" And he said, "Well, because one, you're not old enough, and two, I know that you're not going to buy anything when you come in." And I'm like, I just want to look at the outfit. I don't want to touch it. I'm not going to do anything. And I was by myself. He let me in to go look at that, and when you walk in the door, you can smell the fucking leather.
I love stores.
It smelled so good in there. And I was like, oh, it smells amazing in here. And he was just like, why are you whispering? And I'm like, because I'm not supposed to be in here. And I'm just glad to be in here. And he was like, go look at the outfit, and then you can leave before I get in trouble. I went and looked at this outfit. I didn't touch it, but it was so fire. The boots, the way the boots was cut, it was, I wanted the boots so goddamn bad.
Boots.
I wanted them so bad. I wanted the jacket so bad. Oh, it had everything. And it had the mannequin had a little leather beret on top. I can remember it.
There's this mall in Florida. It's right in Tampa. It's by the airport. It's called International Mall, and it's two stories. And on the bottom, you got your typical like mall stores you go into. But on the second floor, that's where all the bougie shit was, right?
Yeah.
And those were the stores that like ran on commission. So they didn't want you coming in there unless you were gonna buy something. And there was a Gucci store there. And they had these pair of shoes. It was like early, you gotta remember, this was like 2008. And had Gucci heels with spikes on them. And I was looking at these.
Them shoes.
But I was looking at them, and one of the people from the store turned and looked at me. Like, I was looking in the mirror, I was like in the window. I wasn't like going in the store. And they gave me like the most dirty ass look I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just like, lady, give me a fucking break. I'm just looking at these shoes. But like they had a few stores like that where they actually had people at the front, and they were like letting you in and shit, like velvet rope treatment and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? They had Gucci, they had Coach, they had
Louis Vuitton didn't have a store yet.
Man, I'm telling you, that mall was fucking, like, I felt like I could never go on the second floor because they were like low-key judging me. And the shitty thing was that's where the food court was. So you had to walk past Mac, because it was on the second floor. There was a Mac right next to it. And them Mac girls are nasty bitches. Like, I walked in there one day and I was gonna buy me some foundation, and they took one look at me and they're like, hi. And they didn't help me. I'm like, hey, they're like, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to match myself up to this foundation. And they're just like, oh, well, let us know if you have any questions. Completely ignored me the whole fucking time I was in there. But I was like, okay. I mean, it's not like I didn't have $300 in cash to spend because I had my tax return at the time, but, you know, fuck you. Yeah, they had like stores where you could like. They were like they actually had signs before all this, and they're like, no one under the age of 16 is allowed without an adult. Cameras were watching you. Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, damn. Can I just window
Oh,
shop?
that happened when we was going downtown in Tower City because they used to go down there to fight.
Just fucking it up for everybody.
I mean, we were inner city kids going to high school.
I was trying to get something to eat.
I dead ass was just trying to go get some food.
Embracing my inner fat kid.
But niggas would go downtown and literally fight inside Tower City.
That was one of the big deals at that mall was like that was like one of the first like big Apple stores to launch like in like the area, and that's how I really grew to hate Apple because okay, I think I've told y'all this before, but I actually worked in one of the stores. It was a Swatch.
Ouch.
And one day I was leaving one day, and this was about like 8:00, and I'm noticing people like lining up at the store. They had like sleeping bags and shit. And I asked one of the security guards, I was cool with him. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, there's a Apple launch happening tomorrow and people are lining up for it. I'm like, bro, it's 8:00 at night. What do you mean they're lining up for it? And he goes, it was like for like one of the early iPhones. And he's like, people want to be here like first thing in the morning. He goes, it sucks because that means we got to be working hard to make sure these people aren't doing what they're not supposed to be doing. Because basically he said, once you get in that line, you're not allowed to leave, which makes sense. So I leave at 8. I had to be back there at like 6 to do inventory. So I walk in, and from the entrance to where I came in, that took you up on the second floor, there was a North, that was one of the anchor stores. So, you know, from the entrance of the Nordstrom store all the way to the Apple store, it was roped off, and there were people sleeping in sleeping bags. They had slept at the mall, and I'm like, no phone is fucking worth this. I ain't sleeping in a mall on the nasty ass floor. Hell no. And like, I left because I got inventory done around. People were there, and you could tell the security guards were just like over fucking everything. Apparently, people were like sneaking off and like trying to like look at other stores, which you know, except when you go into the bathroom. And later, I found out like people were like fucking in the bathrooms and shit like that.
Oh.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, why y'all fucking in a mall bathroom?
Oh no! I mean, they did that at the amusement park when I worked at Geauga Lake.
That's nasty.
Okay, so like at Geauga Lake in the main bathroom. This was not like, you know, the employee bathroom or anything like that. This is the regular bathroom where everybody uses the bathroom in the park. There's a closet in that bathroom where you can go and get cleaning supplies out of there. And 2 of the groundskeepers was in there banging.
Ew.
I remember because I had to go in there. 1, because I had to use the bathroom, and 2, because I was sent to look for somebody, and I thought they might have been in the bathroom, and you could hear them. Like, they were really, really loud. You can hear them. They ended up, one of them got fired and the other one got suspended. The one that got fired had committed too many infractions and he had to be fired. The girl, she got suspended, but her dad was like one of the TLs, so he kind of like protected her. But she ended up doing it again with a different dude. So I'm like, whore bells. Just out here slanging ass at the amusement park. And it wasn't even like, I could understand it if it was like, you know, like a team lead or something like that, so you can get better hours or you get different pay. She was already getting paid different from the rest of us because, again, her father made her schedule, so he made her look like she was a TL, and TLs made like a couple dollars more than regular workers did at Geauga Lake, and she was making money like she was a supervisor, and she would come in whenever she wanted, did whatever she wanted to do, and was in there just going buck wild.
You know what? I understand when the mood strikes. I get that, but like, not in the bathroom, not in the closet. Like, come on, that's gross.
That's
I mean,
just unsanitary.
some people, if you an adult, some people go to the bar and they go in the bar and do their thing in the bar bathroom.
I don't want to think about that when I go to the bar because I've had too many friends who have worked in bars, and when they clean up, one of them was clean up one night. They found a used condom in the floor, and she's like, I refuse to pick that shit up. I had to get one of the guys to do it because I wasn't fucking touching that shit.
I mean, it's a bar. I'm not surprised, honestly.
But I mean, just because it's not that bar. Trust me, it was like one of the nastiest dive bars you could go to. I was asleep.
I was like, who was snoring?
Probably Donnie. He can't help it, y'all. Yeah.
No, but wasn't
He do that, especially when he get high. He do that. He can't help it. Him and Marquise. Which Marquise is in here, by the way.
Oh.
I believe they come in here specifically to go to sleep because they do it every time, especially Marquise.
Well, I actually do have to go to sleep because I got work in the morning, but I'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
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 There you go. He'll wake now.
Wait a minute. Wait. Scared crap out of me. That came out of nowhere.
He's always he's very self-aware when he's asleep. He can hear. He be asleep.
That gave me a heart attack, low key.
And then he pops in. He'll pop in and he'll be like, okay, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, he's awake now. That's just him. Now just you learn to live with it. All right, sir. Oh gosh. Yeah. Sorry, Marjorie. Hold on, let me put this in there. I don't know why I sent you to a picture of Johnson. It gives you the Instagram.
Hey.
There you go. It should come up right now. What are you going downstairs for, Joanne? Okay. Let him have it. Daddy wants him to drink the Hawaiian punch anyway. All right. So I got a little thing before we get to the SVC chat. So somebody online was asking which tables you would sit at if it had these specific artists and these specific albums. Now, some of these albums and artists are very old. For Hiram, they're going to be very old. So if you were around Hiram's age range or a little bit younger than Donnie, they're going to be very old. Okay. So I will do my best to tell y'all who they are, but y'all probably not going to know who they are. And this particular table setup is very R&B heavy. You cannot take people out of the table. You cannot add people to the table. You have to pick the table or no. That's the rules of the game. Okay?
Okay.
So, since a lot of y'all are very young, we'll start off with the younger tables and get to the older ones toward the end. Okay? So let's start off with table 9. Table 9 is very, very recent. So you have Summer Walker. I believe this is Summer Walker's second album. Then you have Lucky Days, Candy Coated. This looks like Tim's album cover. Ari Lennox. That's LMI at the corner on the left-hand side. Wasteland is Brent Fayez. This right here in the center, the kind of yellowish album, is a British artist named Cleo. And then you have SZA's SOS. Now you have to decide if you want to sit at this table or no. You decide.
Tough.
It's all or nothing. Like I said, you can't take artists out. You can't add artists. It's all or nothing.
Damn, they got good. They got SZA and LMA. Goddamn.
Ari Lennox, Lucky Day, Tim, Summer Walker, Cleo, and Brent Fayez.
No table 9 for me now. Nah.
Oh, no table 9? Donnie,
Hmm.
are you awake, dear?
I am.
Okay, so this is the deal, babe.
I'm
Okay,
just not looking at the screen.
It's music. Which tape? Is this your table or no? And I know he gonna say no, and I know why he gonna say no.
Why would I say no?
Cause you don't like LMI.
What?
I ain't know what. I gotta go back where she came from.
He don't like her, and she is there.
You don't like her? She's so good.
Oh boy, please.
It's
You
no
don't
the
explain
table
nothing to
92,
me.
really. I love me some Lucky
The
Day.
way you
I
don't
probably
listen to
sit
Nikki and
there.
disrespect her, you be quiet.
I don't like
Ooh.
her ass.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Nobody like her. I don't like her ass. Ugh.
Well, I mean, you
Exactly.
don't have to worry about Nikki because Nikki's not at any of these tables.
Thank
I
God.
don't.
She can't sit with us.
I don't
Oh no,
listen
she
to
can't sit with
LMI.
you.
Okay, because the queen is always welcome to a seat at my table.
As long as she calm down, ho, the things you lied about. Okay.
Oh,
As
fake
long
ass
as you
fake ass
relax.
accent. That fake ass accent.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Child, Lil Kim fake ass face.
Ooh,
Next.
And
Jesus.
Nicki Minaj
Jesus.
fake ass
Jesus.
ass.
I don't want to
And
hear.
she took it out.
Oh my God. Oh
both
my God.
y'all
She
cool
took it out.
Cool
Oh,
it.
that's,
Kim
oh my
didn't
God.
though.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Is you sitting at the table or no, Donnie? Is it a no?
It's a no for me.
It's a no. A lot of people said no. I thought y'all would sit at this table. That's interesting. It's not enough going
That's the
on at
only
this table
table.
for y'all to sit there. I think I'm gonna have a couple tables that's gonna get y'all together though.
Okay.
Table 8. Bryson Tiller's Trap Soul.
Yep.
Frank Ocean's Blonde. This is Miguel Kaleidoscope Dreams. The Weekend. This is House of Balloons. This one at the bottom here is Solange, and it is her album that came out in 2019. I can't remember the name of the album. Oh, my brain isn't working today, but it's after the album that she had with the Don't Touch My Hair on it. It's after that album. Because I can't think of it. I See That the Table is the name of the album before this. This album is called When I Get Home. Then you have Party Next Door 2, Frank Ocean, Channel Orange, and SZA's Control.
SZA is on there again. Goddamn, she got mad tables.
Oh, you're gonna see a couple people repeat it. Frank Ocean got 2 albums in this table. Blonde and Channel Orange.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sit here.
Don sitting at table 8.
Not for me.
Kaleidoscope
Ooh,
Dreams,
no.
my shit.
No.
I'm about to say no.
I love SZA,
Really?
but no.
So Control, Channel Orange, Party Next Door, Solange, none of that entices y'all to sit at the table.
Marshall will strike me
Well,
as
here's
a
the-
weekend person.
Nah.
Well,
I
here's
would
the
sit at
thing.
this table.
Here's the thing. I don't listen to Frank Ocean like that. So
You don't listen to Frank Ocean?
What
only like-
do he listen to? Be for real.
Oh, shut up.
okay, we're not gonna do that.
Hiram, well, why you don't like Frank Ocean?
I didn't never say I didn't. I just never really cared for his music. I mean, I like some of his songs, but I never really
Oh,
cared
Remy
to like listen.
said no. Really? Everybody's passing up on the late tables. No, I guess it's too Frank Ocean heavy, but I love Trap Soul. I like that album with Bryson Tiller. Control is my album. I love that album from SZA. And Party Next Door has some good cuts on that Party Next Door too. Now, The Weeknd's House of Balloons, I'm not really too privy on that album.
I like that album.
Is that a breast nut album?
Real deep.
I didn't listen to that album, so I can't give any assessment of that album. But I did like Kaleidoscope Dreams a lot. I like Frank Ocean, but I did not listen to Blonde at all. and I barely got through Channel Orange. I don't know. He seemed real emotional in that album. You're gonna hold off too. Oh wow. Okay, table number 7. Table number 7 is a 90s, early 2000s type of table. Okay, so this might go over some of y'all head because y'all real young, but I'm telling you right now, I'm sitting at this motherfucking table. Okay,
Me
I'm
too.
seated. I'm in the middle, and I'm listening to everything. You got Joe, his first album, which Jesus Christ.
I need some cake. Oh my god.
Monica's album. Okay.
It's All That I Am. That's the name of it. Jesus Christ. This is Joe, All That I Am. Donald Jones, Where I Want to Be. John B, Cool Relax. 702, No Doubt. Then you have Joe's My Name is Joe. Carl Thomas self-titled album. Monica's self-titled album. And then you have SWV New Beginning.
This is tough, but I'm gonna say no.
Oh, you tried it.
Well, for the fact that I only know Monica and SWV, I'm gonna say no.
You, sir, need to go listen to all of these people, especially John B, because half of the R&B music you heard in the 2000s and in the late 90s, he wrote. Yeah, he wrote it. Remy D said, I'm sitting my ass down at table 7, period. Everybody kind of peoples. Everybody kind of peoples. Remy, my kind of peoples. I'm on the table 7. I'm gonna be right here.
Out my love.
Donnie, is you sitting or you passing?
I'm sitting.
Yeah. Okay, so table 6 is a mix, but it is very, very old school. The lower we get, the older the music gets.
Oh,
You gotta really be in the music to know. But I am sitting at this table because I like the Off the Wall album from Michael Jackson and the Thriller album. And they got Marvin Gaye's What's Going On here, and Earth, Wind and Fire, Teddy Pendergrass, Sam Cooke. They got Prince's Purple Rain and Diana.
I'll sit there because Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I mean,
Donnie, are you
Teddy
sitting?
bend their ass down. Yeah.
Well, Hiram, I know, baby, you probably not gonna sit. You only recognize Michael, I'm pretty sure.
And Prince.
Oh, you know who Prince is. Bless Jesus.
You don't know who Diana Ross is?
I do know who Diana Ross is.
You don't know who Earth, Wind and Fire is? Teddy Pendergrass.
You have to know who Earth, Wind and Fire is.
Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye is the guy.
Marvin Gaye sounds so Marvin Gaye, that name sounds so
Let's
familiar.
go to the next one, please, before you piss me off. Come on,
I didn't even
sounds
do
so
nothing.
familiar.
Well, for some of y'all who don't know who some of these artists are, you need to look up some of these artists' music because I promise you it'll change your life. Okay? Going back to the 90s table, which y'all go back to in a minute, y'all definitely need to listen to that shit. Especially if you need some like R&B, soul, you need stuff that's either gonna make you like, if you going through a breakup, 90s R&B is where you should go.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you should rest. It's where you should rest your head.
90s, late
If you want to,
80s.
yeah, if you want to think about love making, 90s R&B music is where you should go. 90s to early 2000s, I cut it off at about 2002. Don't go past that unless you want some hood. Some hood shit. Oh, Leah, go sit at table 6. I'm okay to sit at table 6. Y'all gonna be looking at some old school shit. My father was a Joe Stan, but I don't know if I'm gonna sit. Girl, please. Okay, I have every Joe album, every one of them. Okay, I was sitting at that table. Absolutely. With no hesitation. I'm sitting here. Rem, is you sitting at the table or no? I'm gonna wait for Remy to see if he responds. But Marvin Gaye got a lot of music. Obviously, What's Going On is a good song, but Robin Thicke sampled his song for Blurred Lines. Well, he stole it. He stole it.
Oh.
He stole it. He sampled it, but he stole it without paying for the sample. Okay.
Sample was not clear.
It wasn't cleared. So he ended up having to pay on the back end. And then of course you got Michael Jackson. You got some of the greats here. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Pendergrass used to sing women's drawers off, literally. Remy said he gonna sit. Okay, Remy, you gonna sit. Okay, well, table 5 is a good mix.
Ooh, yes.
It's
I'm
a good
sitting.
mix. Okay, so you got Sade at the front, Anita Baker, Luther Vandross. Now, where they messed me up at is with Quincy Jones. He all right, but I'm not gonna sit there for him. I'm gonna ignore him. Then they got the Isley Brothers, and this album is the Between the Sheets album. Okay. Then they got somebody named Alexander O'Neal, and don't ask me who that is because I don't know. Okay. I don't like Keith Washington, but Keith Washington is on here. He's a very old school 90s singer as well. If you ever watch Martin, there's an episode of Martin where he likes Pam. Well, Martin thinks that he keeps hitting on Gina because him and Gina was friends back in the day. But he actually is buttering up to Gina to get to Pam. Okay. And then you got Janet. And this is the Janet album, the self-titled album. And that's actually a really good album of hers. So, are you sitting with some of these queens and kings over her?
I'm only sitting for Janet and the Isley Brothers.
Oh, you tried it. Luther Vandross is the GOAT. Okay, you tried it.
And Anita Baker.
Listen,
Anita Baker is everything.
Luther Vandross woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the 90s. I got time for that.
You better shut the. You know what, Mark?
If y'all don't know what I'm referencing, reference that commercial. That damn.
So did Celine Dion, but your ass ain't bitching about her. She ain't right there. Her and Michael McDonald and Kenny G and all of them wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning too. The fuck?
I ain't mad, Kenny G.
Shut up.
But Celine Dion got to yelling every now and again.
Amen.
Hear it now.
Shut up there, sing about damn Titanic.
Power off. Thank you for waking me up. Because
Ruby D said anything for Janet, I'm sitting with. I'll sit. Y'all, Anita Baker is there. That's what I'm saying. I love Anita Baker. She's a little older now, so people getting on her nerves because she canceled her last concert. And one lady said her bald-headed ass canceled her.
No, she canceling too many concerts because she don't feel like doing it.
She
canceled
got
her royalties and started fucking around.
Yeah, she had been acting a little petty. She been acting real petty. I was like, Auntie,
money start rolling in.
I said, Auntie, calm down, Auntie.
He said, bitch, I don't need this shit.
Right.
I have my money back.
You know what, Ruby? That's true. You put on Anita Baker, you open up all your doors and get to clean in your house. Child, a good moo-moo and some Anita Baker and some Fabuloso.
Shit. No. That's funny as hell.
Or you go Sade with the sweetest taboo.
Like some incense.
The whole band.
Yes. It is a band. And you know what? Sade is a band. It's not just one person. It's a band.
I always thought it was one person.
I thought it was one person too, but it is not. It is a band. I was like, all these years, her face was on the cover of everything. How was we supposed to know that?
She was the vocal.
Yeah, but I mean, Florence and the Machine. Florence is the vocal, but they all was on the cover.
True.
I don't know, shit. If I got a band and you don't put me on the cover and I'm back here drumming all night and sweating and shit, I quit. You gonna put me on the damn cover? They gonna see me, goddammit.
Got everybody up there. It's just
all right. I think I might get y'all with this one. Table 4.
Oh yes.
We have Aaliyah's album "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number." Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what's the 411?
It's my life.
It's my life. Okay. Then you have Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You have Jodeci's album here. Mary J. Blige is on here again. What is it? Share My World? Is this the Share My World?
My World. That's the one I can.
And then you have the 112 album, which I think this is the self-titled album. Is also the Drew Hill album. I also think that this is the self-titled Drew Hill album. And then you have Faith Evans, and I am not sure which Faith Evans album. This is the Faith album. It looks like.
I would sit here.
I'm sitting.
I'm sitting, but I know Lauryn Hill gonna be 4 hours late to sit down. So that's okay.
She gonna miss the lunch period.
Tried it. And it is a crime. It's like 6 minutes long. You can clean a floor to that. Well, true. I usually clean the Luther Vandross though, and I usually clean the Superstar. That's my favorite Luther Vandross song, and I like the long album version, and it's 9 minutes. But I love that song.
You said just be grateful I came. I said no. Show your ass up on time. What the hell?
I told my mom that about Sade, and she was flabbergasted. Right? I was like, wow. Remy said he'll sit. Okay, Remy sit at the table. Hiram, you gonna sit? I don't think. Do you know anybody at this table, or I'm just gonna?
Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, Lauryn Hill, Aaliyah.
You know who Jodeci is?
You don't know who Faith is? You know, as soon as I get home, it was all over TikTok.
I had to hear it.
Oh,
soon as I get home, it was everywhere. You couldn't have missed it. They was doing a little dance.
Oh yeah, I know that
Baby,
song.
I do what I gotta do.
I know that song.
Share My World. I'll blast that.
That's my breakdown.
Okay, Aaliyah's gonna sit. I'll sit just for 112, Drew Hill and Aaliyah alone, but Jodeci is also a very guilty pleasure of mine, and I like a lot of Mary's older albums.
Mary be having me in my feelings.
Wow, how old is he? He making me feel old. Hiram's young. Hiram's like 18, 19.
Hiram's 12.
Okay, we're not. I am 18. I am 18.
Hiram's 18.
I just graduated. I'm going to college.
Period.
Anybody under 21 is 12.
Stop it.
I'm done.
Don ain't shit, y'all. He ain't shit. Now, I like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I had that album. I don't even know where it is, but I have it. I have the CD, actually. I really liked it. But if you asked me if I would sit specifically for that album, no. I wouldn't. And I love that album, but I wouldn't. And that Drew Hill album was fire. There's at least on the first Drew Hill album, Tell Me is on there, and then that one song is on there. What's the one song there? Is that the song where he goes to bed with another girl?
Tell me what you want, Holy Ghost.
That's the album he has the song.
This is on the first Drew Hill album?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm good enough for you, Lord.
Isn't that a song from the movie Soul Food on there?
No.
That's not the other album.
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, this is the self-titled Drew Hill album. This is the first album. It came out in 96. And on this album...
Oh, Jesus.
Let me see.
I like 112.
Oh, fuck, he was right. Never Make a Promise, 5 Steps, and In My Bed is in there.
Okay.
The deluxe version got the remix on there with Jermaine Dupri and the Brat. Shit. That was crazy. Because 5 Steps didn't come out until after that.
That wasn't,
Why do I feel like it came out after they dropped Into the Drew?
Because around the time frame when their second album, when Enter the Drew came out, 5 Steps, the video for 5 Steps was still playing. It was a late single off that album. I believe it was one of their last singles off that album.
Damn.
But Enter the Drew came out.
And that's when the song
I can't remember.
No, the Info In My Bed remix is on there. The Tell Me Bounce version is on there, and then they had a song called This Christmas. They don't do album rollouts like they used to.
No,
they don't.
This
It's real
album
nasty.
came out. This album was released in November, and they put a Christmas song on there to further the damn album.
Mm-hmm.
But also, everybody want creative control, and videos don't hit like that no more.
And they don't. Oh fuck, that's
Like
crazy.
y'all not in toasters no more. It's just boring.
Now, Enter the Drew, it has some of my favorite songs on there. It's got How Deep Is Your Love, Beauty. Beauty is one of my favorite songs on that album. And I love that song. These Are the Times and You Are Everything. I love You Are Everything. And I always mix up the songs on Enter the Drew and on the Drew Hill album. I always mix them up for some reason. Damn, Woody left the group in 99.
Yeah. Woody left the group after the Enter the Drew album.
Yeah, he did. All right. Table 3 is a neo soul table. What'd you say, Donnie?
I said, imagine thinking you're bigger than the group and you don't have a single part.
He did, and he learned very quickly that was not the case. He ended up crawling back.
I don't want to see you by yourself. Where the rest of y'all at?
We barely wanted to see you in the group. Anyway. Oh, table 3 is a neo soul table. If you don't know what neo soul is, it's look it up. Look, Jill Scott's first album is on there. Then you have Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite, Erica Badu, Baduism, D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. This is Bilal underneath Jill Scott. Okay. Music Soul Child's first album, which is I Just Want to Sing, and it's spelled interesting. Yeah, it's all one word. And then you have India Ari's album, and then over here in the right-hand corner is Dwelle. I think I'm saying his name right.
I'm conflicted because Jill Scott and Erica Badu, all they do is talk.
Yes, it is. It is top tier, really. D. You are 100% correct.
Oh, you sit. Shut up.
What did you say, Marjorie?
Because all Erica and Jill do is talk.
All they do is talk. They gonna talk you to death.
What type of Erica Badu and Jill Scott you listening to?
A lot of them. I stopped listening to Jill Scott. I figure out what she do is talk. She ain't singing. She talking. I'm like, God damn it.
Disrespectful.
You know what? I want to smoke the kind of weed you smoke. Okay, I do. It's got to be premium kush. It got to be. Because I ain't never heard nobody say that like that.
Love that song.
You just don't even know. She said, I can't even go out without y'all tonight because my man at home and he waiting for me. So I'll catch y'all another time.
I like Jill. She got feel good music. But this album right here is my favorite of hers. Remy D said he gonna sit. Aaliyah said she gonna sit. Donnie, you sitting?
Mm-hmm.
And Hiram?
I'll sit only for Jill Scott.
Oh, you really should look up the rest of them. Maxwell has some beautiful songs on here, and if I'm right, the
Baduism is a good album.
I grew up with Erica Badu. I know her, but I like Jill Scott.
The Urban Hang Suite I think it's got Ascension on there.
And Daddy D'Angelo. And what about D'Angelo? Some of that brown sugar. Then Russia's right, bitch, bust all over you.
He ignorant.
The guy on the bottom remind me of Eddie.
I love that album.
The guy on the bottom left
should have put that on there.
You said the bottom left what?
He remind me of Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
What?
He look like.
No, Maxwell is not seen. He said bottom left. That is Bilal he's talking about.
That's fucked up.
Look at the picture.
Look like Eddie Gordo.
Let's go to the last two tables because.
Yep, I'm sitting down.
Oh,
ask me.
I'm sitting.
I didn't get them. I knew I was gonna get him. Table 2 has Beyonce's "Dangerously in Love," Chris Brown's "Exclusive," Alicia Keys, "The Diary of Alicia Keys." This is Neo's first album. Usher, 8701. This is Mariah Carey's album. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like this Mariah Carey album.
It's okay because I don't really like Diary.
And I don't remember what album this
I
this
don't.
Usher.
I think that's Confessions.
So why would they? That looks like that's not an album. Hold on. No. I'm gonna hold on because I have to use my Googlers. Because I don't. That's table 2, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so which was this the Confessions deluxe edition?
Probably.
I don't know. I remember that cover though. That's the only cover I've seen.
Because the Confessions album cover, I remember he was sitting next to a confessional with a hat on.
Strange.
Okay, so Don was right. It's Confessions. This is Confessions, and then this is Brandy's Full Moon. All of these albums slap, by the way.
Well, okay, they're all good.
Except for Mariah Carey.
Except for Alicia Keys.
Boy, fuck you. Shit.
Sing in my opinion. Alicia Keys can't sing in my opinion.
It ain't about whether she can sing. The damn album hit.
It's the album, god damn it. Why are you always missing the point?
Throw it away.
The album wasn't a good album though. It had a few good songs on there, but it wasn't the whole album.
I like 2 of the lead out singles on it.
I will sit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like about 3 songs on that album. The rest of the album could go. I don't care about that album.
Well, I
was like,
like
this
a
ain't
lot of
good.
songs on the other tables, but I sat there because I'm sitting there.
I'm sitting.
I'm sitting everywhere because you know I
mean,
love
I'm
music.
still
There's
sit.
something.
I'm not seeing
about
this to Neo bald headed ass though.
Ooh.
I'm like going somewhere lip ring.
Taylor said, I'm definitely sitting at table 2 because this is during my time. Remy, you not singing?
Ooh, not Hill Pass.
Remy, it's 8701 right there. And Confessions.
They got hard hitters in here. You know, beat nigga Chris Brown.
And Brandy, I'll be sleeping on Brandy, but Brandy's Full Moon album hits.
Yes.
I don't even want to front.
Yes.
She ate
You
that
walk
up.
in the club. I've been giving you the eye. That's my joint.
Because the Full Moon album had that and What About Us on it, right?
Yes, and I love What About Us. Why don't you return my calls? Why you trip out where I be? Yeah.
The 90s electros, anything that has something to do with space or electronic, it's just gonna slap.
Oh, okay. Aaliyah's gonna sit. Okay. Remy, you passed and I'm surprised. We got one more table.
Where's TLC?
They are not here, babes. Not at all.
Throw the
Not
whole
at
lunch
all.
period away.
This is a very, very, very old school table. Okay.
Oh, new edition.
Very, very old
Tiffany
school.
gonna pad because it got Keep Sweat.
You know me. And you do. You do.
That was the first one on there. She said, "No, I can't even come sit with you."
Thank
you though, Bobby, for the invite. I can't
I'm
come.
not listening to Keith Sweat's wine and
But this petty though, because how you gonna have Bobby's album on here then have New Edition? You might as well just have New Edition.
But you got Belle Biv DeVoe on here too. Ain't
right,
Johnny
that's
Gill.
crazy.
What's to do with the universe?
Y'all just taking up too many spots.
That is I'll Be Sure, babe.
Where's five? Where's five? High five? Huh? What about
So
Tony?
what you got
Tony?
from left to right is Keith Sweat, Guy, Bobby Brown, New Edition Heartbreak, Johnny Gill, Belle Biv DeVoe, Silk, and I'll Be Sure.
I'll pass.
Hey, baby, this is a gangbang waiting to happen.
Not you
Put me
sitting,
in.
Remy. You gonna pass on the other table, but sit here.
Okay, if he know what I'm talking about.
I'm not sitting with Keith
Silk.
Sweat's whining ass. I'm not sitting there.
I mean, Keith can watch, but everybody
sit by
else, come
myself.
on.
I'm not sitting there. No.
Silk,
Keith Sweat ass.
freak me, baby. Oh yeah.
I don't care.
Ooh, where's H Town?
They not on here.
Ooh, Jesus. I need to make my own.
Y'all, it's some old school shit.
Baby, knocking the boots, knock mine off.
I'm gonna have to make some more tables later on. These I did not make. This came from the R&B Instagram page. They created these tables. But I'm gonna have to do some of these of my own because if I do some of my own, I'm diabolical. I'll do some
I'm
weird
shaking the
shit.
table.
I'm gonna do some weirdo shit. I'm gonna have to work with Don and make the tables so I can start fucking people up.
You guys will not
You
survive.
gonna pay? I'm telling y'all, a lot of these artists y'all need to look up, especially the older artists. These older artists have really good music. It's
Okay.
gonna be a little bit dated for y'all, but I promise you, you will like what you hear. If you listen to New Edition, you'll like Bobby Brown because Bobby Brown's
It's from
stuff.
New Edition.
This is when New Edition finally were adults. They were growing up their sound, right? Then you had Guy. Bell Biv DeVoe is 3 members of New Edition. Johnny Gill is formerly a part of New Edition. Bobby Brown is formerly a part of New Edition. This is Silk's, I think this is Silk's first album. So this is before Meeting in My Bedroom came out. So, if you ain't never heard that song, you have. It's on TikTok. One of the TikTok hoes
Okay, that was one of the earlier
recreated
TikTok
it.
ones. There's a meeting in my bedroom.
There you go. Gotta hit that high note. So, girl, please don't be late. There you go.
Yeah.
Bell Biv DeVoe had a song called Poison. That was they big thing, their big hit. And they was, they was out
That's
here.
nasty.
They was out
Ooh,
here
that
being
was
real
crazy.
nasty. That wasn't the only nasty song on the album. That just was the least nastiest of their songs on the album. But yes, then you had Johnny Gill. He was like a teenager sounding like a grown-ass man. And then Guy was a New Jack Swing type of group. If you don't know what New Jack Swing is, look up Teddy Riley.
Boys to
And Teddy
men.
Riley was like the one of the founding fathers of New Jack Swing. So, but this is table one. This is an old school table. Y'all should look up some of these artists. Don't look up Keith Sweat. He's not worth your time. But everybody else is. Okay? He's not worth your time. He's not worth your time. Everybody knows Usher. Chris Brown's exclusive album was actually really good. It's a really good album. I liked Alicia Keys' Diary of Alicia Keys album. This is probably her most successful album out of all of her catalog. She had 2 singles on there. What was it? Diary and
there's another one.
Some People Want It All. Is that the name of the album?
Oh, was that? I don't know. Was that one? Hold on.
Some people want it all.
It probably was. It was that or what's the other song? You Don't Know My Name. Was it that
I
one?
thought that was on her first album.
Some People Don't Want It All was on her first album.
No, You Don't Know My Name. I thought
No.
You Don't Know My Name.
I swear. That's on this album.
Oh, okay.
That's
If
on this
I Ain't
album.
Got You, that's what it was.
That's the name of it. It's 3 songs on there that came off of this album.
I remember these. So the singles was Diary, If I Ain't Got You, and Carver.
And You Don't Know My Name.
Yeah.
That was the singles off of there. Neo's album.
I like Karma.
Yeah,
Why
thank
is
you,
that not on
Aaliyah.
my phone?
Neo's album was his first one where he wasn't writing for other people. He actually became a solo artist off of that album. And this album, it was called In My Own Words, actually. It wasn't self-titled. And he had the song Stay, So Sick, and When You're Mad. And then he had another song on there, Sexy Love.
Yeah.
And he came out with Let Me Get This Right as well. There were 4 singles on this album that he came out with. Sexy Love was a big hit for him, especially with the music video because the girl was a really pretty dark-skinned chocolate girl. Stay was the first single. So Sick was probably his biggest single off of there.
It was.
When You're Mad was the next single he came out with. He had a video for it.
A lot of people thought So Sick was the first single off that damn album.
And it wasn't. Stay was the first single on there. And then Sexy Love was the last song on there. And I have this album. There's a song on there called Mirror. Neo's nasty. Neo is nasty. If you don't listen, if you like your R&B real slutty, Neo got you.
It's all out.
And he shut up, Jared.
What? Nigga? I like beer.
That's because you. Never mind. My mom used to scream the Diary album when I was like 4. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then you have Usher's Confessions in 8701, probably his best projects he put out next to Here I Stand. I love Here I Stand, by the way. That is a beautiful album.
Jesus.
I love that album. But these two are like right after he came out with My Way. He took a break. And then he dropped 8701, I think, was right after that.
Yeah, 8701 came out after My Way.
And then after that, he dropped, I think it was Confessions.
Yep, 8701 Confessions.
Yeah, because it was a long time between 8701 and My Way. It was a long time between those albums. It wasn't a super long time, but it was a long time. Like you had to think, Usher dropped his self-titled album in 94. He took 3 years and then he dropped My Way. Then he took another 3 years and he dropped 8701, which was in 2001. And then 3 years later, he dropped Confessions. He always took 3 years in between each album, but Usher was always everywhere.
He had to take 3 years.
Because he would tour so heavy. His tours were massive. They were huge. They were massive tours. They were like Beyonce level tours during that time. So, and he was selling out like fucking arenas. It was nuts. So he would go on tour for like a year after that album would drop. And then he would take like a 2-year break in between there to just recuperate and start working on the next album. So he dropped 8701, and then 3 years later, he dropped Confessions. After Confessions, he waited 4 years to drop Here I Stand. And then he waited, 3 to drop Raymond versus Raymond, which is another one of my favorite albums that he has. And then after that, Usher had some albums. So Looking for Myself, Hard to Love. Those are albums I can live without. He has a couple songs on some of those albums that I like. On Looking for Myself, Climax is on there. And he has a couple more songs on there. But this album, Coming Home, is like a combination of his old sound and the new sound and bringing them all together. And then you got Brandy's Full Moon. If you've never listened to Brandy, I wouldn't start off with that album.
Start from the very beginning.
Start from the beginning. You need to start from the
Oh, no, that's Aphrodisiac.
That's the Aphrodisiac album you're singing.
Aphrodisiac.
And you're singing I Tried. Yeah.
Never Say Never.
If you're gonna start, you start with the Brandy album. That's where you have her first set of hits at. Never Say Never is a good album. I think that has Almost Doesn't Count on it. And The Boy Is Mine is on that album.
Oh.
I think The Boy Is Mine on that album as
Have
well.
you ever? Have you ever?
Have You Ever is on that album. No. Shut up, Jared. Shut it up. You shut it up right now. Shut up. Then on Full Moon is this album that we're looking at right here. Full Moon came out in 2002. I was in high school when Full Moon came out. Full Moon's lead out singles was What About Us?
4.
Full Moon come out after she got that case?
With that accident?
Yeah.
No, that was on Human.
What?
Wasn't that Human that she had that accident?
Wasn't it when?
The album Human. Wasn't that when she had that accident?
Yeah. Well, Human came after it.
She got into a car crash in 2007. Full Moon came out in 2002.
Oh, okay. So that's
So this album had What About Us, Full Moon, and there was another song on there that I liked that I think she did have a single for. Head On. It's called He Is. But that wasn't a strong single on that album, but it was released late in the year in 2002 in September. It got a positive response from the critics, but they didn't like it as a single. They didn't think it was a strong enough single for the album. Overall, it was positively received. He said this was the fake marriage era. Unfortunately, yes. But given the state of Brandy's image, who she was as a Black woman, and the way that fans judged her, I understand why she did what she did. Because everybody would have been calling her everything other than her God-given name. So, I get it. He said, I miss the days when artists would tour 1 to 2 years and then come back. They don't do that no more. They do smaller venues. They make more money on the smaller venues. And
one of the only ones who really
Pink does it. Well, the bigger artists do it. Adele tours for like a year or two. Beyonce will tour. She used to tour for a year, but now she does smaller tours. But she does more tour dates within those smaller tours. You know what I'm saying? Or she'll do like a multi-city tour where she might be in the city for more than one day. Like LA, she might do 2 shows in LA. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. So this Mariah Carey album, I hate it.
I love it.
I hate this album.
These chickens is asking on lotion. Yes.
That was a cute song, but I hated it. This is the Emancipation of Mimi, I believe.
Yes.
That's the name of the album. On this album, We Belong Together is the lead out single on this song, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Shake It Off is on here. Say Something, which I like those 2 songs. If it's what you want to say,
Fly Like a Bird.
Something.
I love Fly Like a Bird. Oh.
Say something good to me.
That's My Body wasn't on that album.
It don't look like it.
No, that's I think that's MC3.
I think
E
that
equals
Touch
MC.
My Body was on.
Oh, E equals MC squared.
Yeah, it's the Equals album, MC Squared album. That one came out. It came out 2 years, 3 years after the Emancipation of Mimi came out.
2006. Yeah, sound about right.
Mm-hmm. So she had videos for a lot of these songs on here, but not all of them. But she had videos for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs on this album.
You know, she loves a good music video.
Right.
Yeah, she got a lot. Like this is very much a visual album as it was just a regular standard album. I didn't really like it. She had a couple songs on here that I liked, but I wasn't a fan because they played We Belong Together so fucking much.
Oh,
Love that song.
It was everywhere. You could not escape it. And you have to remember, streaming was not a thing. So you're talking about being in a fucking... We in the grocery store and they playing it over the speaker in the grocery store. It's like, why? Why are you... We in the Nike store. Why are you playing Mariah Carey in a Nike store?
Right.
What is happening? It was everywhere. You get in the car, you turn the radio on, it's on there.
I tell you, working at Giant Eagle during Christmas, and they was playing Christmas music.
All you heard was Mariah Carey.
I hate Christmas music.
Heard all I
Dude,
want
that's Jesus
at
Christ.
least 6 times during my shift and only worked 4 hours.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all when Christmas come around, but I hate that song by Mariah Carey so much.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
I hate it. They played at a grocery store one time.
I hate it so much. I was like, please play something else.
That song will be on repeat.
Only Christmas song y'all know.
I hate that goddamn. I hate that damn song.
I'm throwing all radios and phones out the window. I'm doing it. I'm going complete ape shit.
Look, I hate the same for that song.
I'm fucking playing.
Just as bad as everybody in fucking October.
Oh God. Now, Chris Brown exclusive. Okay, there's two versions of this. It's the regular exclusive, and then it's the Forever edition. On the exclusive album, As Is, he had a couple songs on here, and a lot of these. What's wrong? That's my album right there. I love that Clips album. Okay, so he had a video for Take You Down, but the video was a clip of him on tour performing. For he's very happy. He is very happy about that.
Because ain't nobody ever topped that. That's not being touched at all.
It's a good tour. I'm not gonna lie, his exclusive tour was very good. This was his second album. His first album was the Chris Brown album. When exclusive dropped, this is what made Chris Brown be Chris Brown. Okay. Wall to Wall was the lead out single on this album, I believe it was. Then there was Take You Down.
This album kind of ran together for a little bit because
it was Take You Down.
You going into grown man.
Right. Kiss Kiss was on here with You. So he had a couple singles on here. Wall to Wall, Kiss Kiss, With You, Take You Down, and You were the 5 singles that came off of this album. But this is a very, very, very good album. It's a very good album. I recommend it. I think you should listen to it. If you haven't listened to it, this is his body of work wise. If you're talking about a coming of age type of album, this was a good example of what to do when you're a teenager going into being an adult man legally. Okay, so it's a pretty good album. And then of course you got a classic with Beyonce's "Dangerously in Love." Okay.
Oh God, for me.
Love it.
Yes, that would do my.
So the track list for "Dangerously in Love," her lead out singles for that was "Naughty Girl," "Baby Boy," "Me, Myself, and I," and "Crazy in Love." "Dangerously in Love 2" was on this album. The original "Dangerously in Love" was on the Destiny's Child album. Okay. She also had a couple other songs on here that a lot of people liked. "Gift from Virgo," the Daddy song is on here. "Signs,"
"Be With You," "Speechless."
Yes.
Oh.
But a lot of people love obviously the lead out songs, which her biggest hits on this album was "Crazy in Love" and "Baby Boy." "Me, Myself, and I" and "Naughty Girl." Those were her singles. My TV is loud.
Oh, that's mine.
That's not me.
Marjorie
sing it out.
Marjorie said, "That's not me. It's not me. Not me." Okay. So Table 3, like I told y'all, is the Neo Soul album. Baby. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So the first album is Jill Scott's album. All right. This also is a lead out album for her as well. Shit. That one is called "A Long Walk," I believe.
She was talking during that long walk.
Shut the fuck up, Marjorie.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Her lead out songs on this album is "A Long Walk," "The Way." "Getting in the Way" was one of her biggest hits on this album. Okay. You ain't never heard that song. You probably seen the clip of it on TikTok because it did go viral on TikTok a couple of times. But she's got some good hit songs on here. "The Way" and "A Long Walk" are two other hits that are on this album. But she's got some good music on here. You should definitely take a listen if you enjoy neo soul. Okay. This album is actually called "Who is Jill Scott?" So my bad for the misinformation. It's called "Who is Jill Scott?"
You know what I'm saying?
He's like molten metal.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking cool. $134 for a video game?
Yeah, because that one is the Hall of Fame edition, and it comes with you get the game, some other stuff, and you get like a year NBA League Pass for free.
What the fuck? That's a pair of shoes. gross.
Yeah, man.
We need to put them ciggies down talking about a vocal coach.
Oh. Who's smoking? Rico, you smoking?
Yeah, talking about. I said I was going out for a smoke on it. He said me too. I said, all right, you
Where are
high?
you
He said
smoking?
no. I said, "No, what are you smoking? It's a cigarette. I said, not you report me
Ew.
for a cigarette break. Oh boy, I said
Cigarettes?
you're sick.
Crazy. 96.
A fucking cigarette break?
Ah, yo.
I mean, you finna be on the same level and you over here smoking ciggies.
we
Jeez.
bullied Alexis into not smoking no more. I'm gonna bully your ass too. That's gross.
She really stopped?
Yes. And she started picking up when she gets stressed, she pick up sometimes. And I'd be like, no, you're gonna stop. Get your shit together. Get you some Nicorette, something. The fuck? Okay,
Too
so we got
bad.
Maxwell's Urban Suite, the Urban Hang Suite.
It must be
This
addressed.
this album has Ascension on it. You gotta know Maxwell to know the song. That was probably his biggest hit off of this album is Ascension. Don't Ever Wonder. I realize you're the highest of high. You're the highest of the high. It's about as good as you're gonna get with that album, but it's a good album. Then you got Erykah Badu's Baduism. If you ain't never heard of this album, what are you doing, sirs and ma'ams? Okay. Baduism is a classic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Baduism has the song On and on this album. Next Lifetime is on here. And these are the two lead out singles on Baduism. It's On and Next Lifetime. But she got some other bomb ass albums as well. But this one is the one that's here. I never knew what that song was called by Maxwell. It's called Ascension, Don't Ever Wonder. That's the name of it.
Mm.
Leave me in my Marlboro Red. You smoke Marlboro Reds?
Jesus Christ. Wow.
What are you, a redneck cracker? What the fuck? Who got you hooked on Marlboro Reds?
Dude done moved and started smoking.
You might as well smoke Virginia Slims. What the fuck? Hell no. Ain't no little brother of mine gonna be out here smoking goddamn cigarettes. That's gross.
You smoke cigarettes, you might as well smoke crack.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Crack
He said
kills
he
so do
might as well
cigarettes.
smoke crack.
I mean, shit.
Jesus.
They both gonna make you lose your teeth.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That is fucking cool, bro.
Heart Foundation.
Damn, okay, the Heart
Trauma
Foundation.
builds character. Okay. I'm just being helpful.
Then you got Maxwell, D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. Bilal wasn't somebody I listened to often, but he had a real strong falsetto, and that's what got Bilal over. Music Soul Child, I Just Want to Sing. He had a song called Girl Next Door. No, it was Just Friends. What's it called? Just Friends?
I think so.
I know this might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order.
You saying about me, Siggy.
What is the name of that damn album?
Siggy Azalea.
I was listening to some of her stuff the other day, and I was like, this is a damn shame.
What?
This girl was innovative, and if she wasn't so goddamn crazy.
Yeah, something.
She really did, because she could be what Doechii is right now. For real.
She's at a Trump rally the other day.
I saw, and I was just like, bitch.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either, but goddamn, you could at least not. Just don't.
thing.
Yeah, the songs Music Soul Child had on this album were Girl Next Door and Just Friends. Girl Next Door was one of his biggest hits, but Just Friends was a real big hit for him. Oh, and that song Love is on this album. Love, so many things I've got to tell you. I like this song.
That song is actually good. I like that song.
It's a pretty song album. Then
Like,
NDRE Acoustic Soul.
Indy's good.
I think Acoustic Soul has her first. This is her first album. Yeah, because this. Oh no! Wait. This got brown skin on it.
Ooh, brown skin. Something about brown skin. Ooh, that was a song right there.
I don't know
Let me
where
get that.
yours begins, and I don't know where mine is. I say, girl.
Cause I was young, but I knew she wasn't talking about no afraid of no skin color.
Okay.
I was like, this is a little strange.
Yeah. Okay, you got Brown Skin and Video was on this album. Video was her biggest hit, and this basically was the antithesis to the Video Girl. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be the Indiari. I like that song. It's cute. In the video, it was a bunch of video girls in there, you know, a bunch of skinny white women, voluptuous black women, and then it was her. And then she came out with I Am Not My Hair, and, you know, started a whole revolution. We got Unsweet Tea Donnie over here. What? You can't say shit because you smoke cigs. I'm gonna tell you that every time you say something ignorant. You smoke fucking
Siggy Azalea.
He said, I'm still dead at Redneck Cracker. That shit is wild. You smoke Marlboros.
Well, he was in Texas, so.
So?
Wait. What's that supposed to
Don't
mean?
act like Texas people are saying. You sit there and shut the hell up. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, God.
I was out in Texas for a week. It's not the brightest bunch of people.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
You're not supposed to agree with him, Ira. You're not
Look,
supposed to give up so easily. What is wrong with you?
He's not wrong. There's some slow people here.
They were on the sun when they said big stupid Texas. It's okay.
Like, and I was also in buttfuck South Carolina. Yeah, Texas is dumb. Okay. All right, fuck around and Sandy Cheeks get to walking around.
What?
Yeah, she get mad when people talk about Texas being dumb. She get upset. Dumb old Texas.
What did Texas say? I don't know because it's stupid.
Gonna wear their stupid 10-gallon.
I think it was more so that two dumbass people was talking about Texas being stupid. What the fuck? Y'all calling Texas stupid?
He about you stupid as hell.
Right?
Bitch, you live in a rock. I don't understand what you're calling stupid. Your TV, your house is made of sand.
I cannot.
He don't leave me alone.
He said, I dare that rodent to bring her buck-tooth oval-eyed self to come hollering. Child. She scream all the time. I want to go. Oh. That's what she said.
When she got her wish this year, she going home.
She was howling.
Please. They finally answer her.
She was howling. Shit. She was. Okay. Table 4 got some real deep cuts on it. Okay. You got Jodeci's album, which I can't fucking see. Okay. Which I know the album it is, but I don't know the name of it. Oh,
They couldn't exchange the Aaliyah album for her other
Well,
album.
it is burnt.
Forever My Lady is the name of this album. This album came out in 91. And on the Forever My Lady album, obviously it's Forever My Lady is the lead out single, but Come and Talk to Me is on this album, and I love this song. Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. You
Fuck
got Come and
Dalvin.
Talk to
All me
Me.
and my homies hate Dalvin.
Oh, Albie Shore was a producer on this album. See,
He
Albie
ain't
Shore be
shit.
making bank.
Your girl up here going through crisis. You out here fucking other people.
Uh-oh.
Dirty work. Dirty work.
You talking about Mary J. Blige's ex.
No, that's T-Bob's ex.
Oh,
Dalvin.
it's T-Boy's ex?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's messy.
When she was going through crisis and shit, he be out here fucking around with other people.
See, when they did the story, they didn't do T-Boy's and stuff.
They did. It was the
I
beginning.
didn't see him on there.
It was in the movie. You know, I watched that like 70 times.
Devontae Swing. Tonight, I need your body. Okay, Forever My Lady had 5 singles. Gotta Love, Forever My Lady, Stay, Come and Talk to Me, and I'm Still Waiting. The biggest ones off of this album was Forever My Lady, Stay, and Come and Talk to Me. The other 2 are not as popular or relevant as the other 3, and those were their biggest hits. Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I'm not going to explain the album to you because you should know that. You just should. Okay.
It's
Now
just the
Mary
only
has.
album she got, y'all. It ain't hard. It ain't much work to do. It's the only one. If you can take an hour of your time out your day, just go ahead and play the album. You'll be straight. I promise you, it's not gonna take long. Some of it is interlude intros anyway, so you might be able to skip one or
It's
two.
a good album. Don is such an asshole. It's a
I'm not
good
saying that
album.
it's a bad album. I'm just saying that's our only album. So I don't want to hear. It's just too much
Because
work.
she
It's not
quit.
too
She
much
was
work.
pregnant. Look,
I'm not
Lauren
saying that
got
she should have made.
pregnant.
No, I'm just saying it's the only one, so it shouldn't take y'all long to
It's
get
very
through with.
petty. It's the way he's saying it. It
Y'all,
was her only
she
album
do.
because she got pregnant and she had her son and she focused on him. Not to mention she had some tax issues.
But I'm not even mad because technically it's not her only album. It's her only solo album.
Yeah,
So
because
she had
before
about
that,
what 3 other albums.
the Fugees had albums before that.
Yeah, so she's straight,
And of course, she got the soundtrack for Sister Act too.
and
So
she write her own raps.
she do.
So Sister Girl's paid.
So with Mary has 2 albums on this list. She has the My Life album, which came out in 94. This is the album that came out after What's the 411. And then Share My World came out in 97. That came out 3 years after the My Life album. The My Life album had all right. She had obviously My Life, which was
She had My Life. She
on
had
top. It was Be Happy, which the
Mary
single was Be
Jane.
Happy, I'm Going Down, Mary Jane, like Don said, You Bring Me Joy, and I Love You. I'm Going
Mhm.
Down was her biggest single off of this album. It was the culmination of like the rise of Mary J. Blige. The What's the 411 gave her the start, but I'm Going Down was like a really, really big hit for her. Share My World was a different type of album. It kind of led Mary to a different sound for Share My World. This actually is one of my favorite albums by her. It came out in 97, like I said. Excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn like that. I'm trying to make sure I get it right. So she had a couple of singles on this album as well. On this album, the lead out single, she had 5. She said, "Love is all we need. I can love you. Everything, missing you, in 7 days." Um, there was also a song named "Share My World" on this album, if I recall. Yeah, it was there's an interlude called "Share My World," and then there was the "Share My World" song, which Rodney Jerkins produced for her. Um, she got nominated for a lot of Grammys for this. She was nominated for the 40th Grammy Awards, Best R&B Album. She got nominated for the Soul Train Awards, NAACP Awards, and she won the American Music Awards for Favorite Soul and R&B Album. The song "Everything" on this album is probably the prettiest song I've ever heard by her. I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs by her. You got 112, and we already talked about Drew Hill. I'm not gonna go through everything. I just want to talk about these because these were the older ones. And some of y'all just didn't know who they were. And I want y'all to expand your horizons when it comes to music, babe. Okay? Because I'm getting ready to do the SBC chat and then I'll be out of here. All right. So 112's solo album, well, their album 112, it was named 112. They had a couple hits on here. "Only You," "Come See Me," and "Cupid." "Only You" and "Cupid" were their 2 biggest hits off of this album. There's a Bad Boy remix that has Biggie on there that came out in 96. "Only You" came out in 96 in May. The "Only You" remix came out in July. The anniversary for that song just passed a few days ago. And "Cupid" came out on May 16th, and that's one of my favorite songs by 112. So next time we'll do some other stuff, but the rest of the albums y'all pretty much have a good idea of, with the exception of this album list, which I'm just not gonna go over because y'all don't deserve it. And I'm not going over that one either. These are older albums, and most of them you should know. If you don't know, you should know them. You need to expand your music. Go back some. All right. So let's go to the SBC chat and see what kind of shenanigans the SBC girlies is getting into today. Oh, this is going to be interesting. All right. They're not you yawning. Well, they tired, child. They tired. Okay. They're sleeping. Exhausted. Okay. So it's time for the SBC chat. This is going to be the last post we're going to do for the night. And then I'm going to go to bed and let y'all go to bed. Okay. So let me put y'all down here. And then we can get this thing going. Question number 1. On a church cruise with Jackson, my new husband. This nigga named Jackson. Okay. We met in church 2 years ago. The cruise, our honeymoon, was our raffle prize. Second night on the cruise, I got sick and I retired to our cabin. Jackson returned to our cabin hours later, drunk and bruised. He had a puffy eye, long scratches on his back. Jackson said that when we get home, we must find a new church. These are wicked people. Why? What happened? Jackson was so drunk and angry that he told the truth. My husband and 2 other church members were running a train on a woman.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
The other men attacked Jackson because he took too long. He took too long to get where he needed to be. And the other men wanted a quickie because they had to return to their wives. So the 2 men jumped him, pulled him off the woman, and the woman left. They fought him again. I can't go fast. Me, you got your ass beat at an orgy? It dawned on him that he confessed to cheating. him. I'm drunk. It said it was an exorcism, not an orgy.
Got
Cut
no
my
words.
losses or forgive him and move on.
Girl, it's up to you. I don't know.
I,
I ain't got nothing to say.
I think all the clues are in there. You figure it
I
out.
ma'am,
mean, you can, but we was drunk.
I mean, hell
You on a
no.
cruise. But
A
how the hell you
church
get jumped
cruise.
in the orgy? What the hell?
Because his stupid ass wouldn't he wouldn't come to fruition. He was taking too long, and they didn't like the fact that he was taking too
But
long.
that, you got beat up twice. That's crazy. One, because you took too long.
Divorce
Two,
you
because
on
the
just
bitch
getting your
left.
ass whooped. Me personally, I think I would divorce you just on the ass whooping alone.
You
Because
can't talk
wow,
about these. I can imagine coming in drunk. These people are wicked.
right? It's an exorcism. That's not no orgy. It's an
I took
exorcism.
too long fucking this bitch.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm drunk. I'm drunk. What do you expect
They
me to
beat my
say?
ass. Then she left and they beat me up again. Orgy?
What?
No, exorcism.
What? He said, I'd rather leave, but wait until you get back on dry land. The first he getting out my cabin tonight. Okay. That's not a dry land
Go sleep on the
situation.
deck, bitch.
He'll be outside the room. Like he's not coming in. Like the next time he leave out, I'm asking the captain for a new key. And he will not be getting back in. I can't help you because it seems like you contemplating. I don't know what you're thinking about. The man has cheated on you and then he can't fight. He ain't worth shit at this point. Anyways, question number 2. I'm trying to convert my one night stand. We've been together for a month into a full relationship. Okay, wait.
A one night stand?
How you a one night stand and you've been together for a month?
Yeah, that's how they started out.
Yeah, but why you say it like that? Like
Doesn't a one night stand only mean one night?
that's what I'm saying. It's the way it's worded that's making it sound stupid.
Well, let's keep reading. Maybe it'll match up with it.
Ugh. Trying to convert my one night stand. We've been together for a month into a full relationship. I feel he's losing interest, so I set up tiny cameras around his home. You did what?
Is this the same person from
No.
last week on the
What
opposite side?
it might be. He works from home, so I watch the video feed and listen to his convos all day. He's interested in at least 3 other women. Well, you search, you're gonna find it. He talks to his mom and brother about his dreams and insecurities and etc. And I take notes. When he mentioned he's hungry, I send food. When he's about to have some time with himself, I text nudes. I've mistakenly mentioned things he hadn't told me, and that threw him off. So I pretend to be psychic. Okay. Basically, I repeat things that I've heard him say or do on camera. Now he's asking for bigger predictions like the lottery, which I can't do. Also, he told his brother that I'm creeping him out. How do I convince him to trust me and stop from chasing these 3 women? One day he invited me over for segs, but met up with one of the women for coffee after I left. You are nuts.
You're crazy.
Why would you go through all this trouble for a man that don't want you?
Delusion.
Why would you do that? He doesn't want you. And that's
No,
okay.
that's
It's
not
his
delusion.
right.
It's another D word.
I mean it's all right for him to want what he wants. I do think it's a little messy that he's not telling you straight up that he don't want you. But then too, you talking about he gotta trust you. You put fucking cameras in his house, bro. That's an invasion of his privacy. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You've
And all
invaded
this
his
is within a
privacy.
month. You're
You've
crazy.
literally committed a B&E. You could go to jail for this. And you're worried about him seeing other women, and you like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so obsessed with this one man? Jesus Christ. You don't need to be convincing him to do anything. You need to leave him in the hell alone and go get some fucking therapy. Please. Before you end up in jail. And he's stupid. He is stupid. Why isn't he checking his house? I would feel like my shit is bugged. God. Don't make no goddamn sense. Question number 3. Our marriage is suffering a crisis of legitimacy. Oh, God. Nothing is real. No part of our union makes sense. But he is a good provider for our children. I feel sick because I know he's unhappy with me and the lifestyle that we have. For the first 3 years of our relationship, we had an understanding that we could see other people. I did not date others, but he did. I promised that we would keep our relationship open if he would marry me. I ignored the other women during our engagement, but as we stood in church on our wedding day, I changed the rules. I wanted him to love me exclusively. I don't believe he ever did. Our children are 5 and 8, and when I told him I was pregnant again, he said, "How did that happen?" He's working up the courage to ask me to terminate the pregnancy, and I'm working up the courage to tell him that he's not the father. My coworker is. Ooh,
Wow.
So what do you need
ooh.
help with? Sounds like he got it figured out to me.
I love my coworker, but he's Mexican. We're black, and there's no way I can pin my biracial baby on my husband. Should I come clean out or wait until the baby arrives? Bitch, come clean now, leave him and go be with your Mexican coworker.
I say wait. You been keeping
Wait
him
for
waiting this
what?
whole. He been keeping you waiting. So might as well keep him waiting. Shit.
Well, I mean, she agreed to the waiting. That's her fucking fault.
She did, but this time it's in her hand. The ball is in your court, babe. Make that nigga wait. That baby come out. This ain't my baby. Oh, it's your like. But thank
It
you
dead
though. I
ass
needed them
depends on where you
rides.
are. It really depends on where you live, because if you conceive that baby while you're still married to that man, technically he is legally responsible for that child. Because you conceived that child while you were married. Some states still have that law. So it depends on where you're married. He could still be legally responsible for that baby, despite the
Crazy
fact that he
work.
is not biologically the father.
Who made that law?
Baby, it's a bunch of laws in a bunch of
Oh, white
states.
man.
It was once a law in California, but I'm not sure if that law is still on the books in California because I don't live there. But yes, because you
He
conceived the
said
child
that
while
like
you
he
were
married.
married, legally, you could still be responsible for that child. Right? Like, stop bragging on into the internet about the crimes you commit because you'll make it harder on the rest of us. The rest of us, who is us? I don't commit these crimes. I know nothing of what you speak of. Nothing. Question 4. I hate contraceptives and I hate children.
Huh,
I
that's a double
communicate this.
entendre.
I communicate this. Why do women think they can change me? Kids are a nuisance that hold me back from my goals. I have 2 children, 2 baby mamas, and the women I'm dating now, the
What
woman
the
I'm dating now is pregnant.
fuck?
I'm
I'm
sorry, what?
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing
What?
so I can finish?
I'm
What?
I'm
sorry, what?
sorry, cause what the hell?
Wait!
I'm sorry.
Don't make me laugh, please. Shut up, Tasha. I have
Go
2
ahead.
children, 2 baby mamas, and the woman I'm dating now is pregnant. I don't understand.
Maybe put a condom on next time.
I've told each of these women that I'm with them for a good time, not a long time, and they should take birth control before dealing with me. I'm not the marrying kind. I'm not the father of the year. I do not want their bastard kids. Oh, bitch. Okay, finish reading it. Finish reading it. But they keep trying to trap me. I'm busy loving myself right now. Should I date older women? Should I date older, a woman who can't have kids, or be celibate for a while? I'm tired of the unwanted, unnecessary pregnancies all around me because women don't listen. You do understand that while women can take birth control, it is not 100% effective. It is a control of sorts, but it is possible for a woman to get pregnant while on birth control. You do understand that.
Yeah,
And
but
because
per
you
his
don't like using
ignorance,
condoms, you put the responsibility on the women and then blame them. Why don't you go get a vasectomy, you weak limp dick bitch?
that.
Oh,
But he
oh
also
my.
did tell them that he told them though that he don't want
Why
no
don't you go
kids.
get a vasectomy?
Or just put a
That much
condom
is
on.
true. He hates condom, Hiram. Hello,
Oh,
let's not
It
be unrealistic.
said he hates them, babe, right at the top. But I have
oh,
to read it differently because I have a child in here. So I have to read it differently.
Do you not know what a contraceptive is?
Just go get snipped if you don't want to have children.
And when
And
they
why don't you
tell
stop
y'all they don't want kids, Jesus Christ!
if you
Because
don't want
now
the
it's a
baby then don't
problem at
keep
this point. Every
do what
every
Blow
man ain't
said.
the issue.
Blow
Y'all
said
are
if he don't
tripping
want it, don't keep it.
because he's telling you right there he's not taking care of it. You better to be a single mama now. If you want that lifestyle, go ahead. It ain't easy.
I don't understand why y'all having sex with this man with no condom, knowing that he does not want to have children. And then on top of that, he's sleeping with you with no condom. There are other things that you can catch from just getting girls pregnant. And because you out here talking about you loving yourself, you're gonna fuck around and get something that you can't get back.
High blood pressure. Fuck STD because you couldn't manage that. High blood pressure, high cholesterol. Like you better let him stress you out. You gonna be real upset because you don't want to
He
take care of his
said high
kids.
blood pressure.
Chronic migraines because you calling him a bitch ass and all that.
See, this is why polyamory and open relationships get a bad rap because you bitches agreeing to shit you gonna be miserable in. She did that because she wanted to keep the man. She wasn't trying to be in no polyamorous relationship. It
That's not
wasn't a
why Polly gets a
polyamorous
bad
relationship.
rap.
It was an open relationship, and there's a big difference. She was okay
Very.
with it being open on his side. But technically, the marriage is open and she can go see whoever she wants because that's how he operates. But I guarantee you, when he finds out that she's pregnant by somebody else, he gonna be mad.
He didn't even want the baby. Talking about you gotta be
He
kidding
didn't
me.
want it, or he gonna out it ain't here.
I'm like, actually, I am kidding you because it ain't yours.
Okay.
Hee hee. Oh.
He ain't gonna get arrested because none of them hoes is gonna put him on child support like they should. They listen to him. He pillow talk his way through. I mean, he got a bitch pregnant now, but keep getting mad that they keep getting pregnant. It's
Tell me
like,
why
why
you
you
think
keep
they could change me.
like nobody trying to change you, nigga? You just fucking bitches with no condom, so they gonna get pregnant.
But to answer your question, sir, yes. Go celibate or date a bitch that can't have
No, go
kids.
celibate. No, go celibate.
I fucked somebody that can't have no kids.
Go
Norma
celibate.
Jean is
So
about
weird ass.
68. I'm pretty sure she ain't been touched in a few
All right, go
years.
fuck around, get her pregnant too.
If you get a
You got
60 year
super
old pregnant,
sperm.
it's crazy.
Super sperm. There's always niggas who ain't shit that got super sperm. Just weird.
That baby ain't gonna last. Shoot that club up. She smokes cigarettes and drink brandy in the afternoon. Shoot it up.
oh my god.
Please stop. Stop it. Question number 5. Oh, speaking of, I'm 77 and healthy.
You can't make this shit up. Jesus Christ.
God. I'm 77 and healthy. My mind is clear. And my younger wife, she's 38 and refers to me in the past tense in front of me. Oh my God. She treats me like I'm faded right before her eyes. It's hard to stay loving with a person who treats you like you're no longer alive. Oh, Grady, I loved you. You were a great man in your day. I miss you so much. Some days are harder than others. What am I going to do as a widow? That's the type of shit she's saying?
She planned on killing you, my brother.
My God.
Trick her. Plan a
I
fake death.
confronted her about these weird conversations. Her, I watched you sleeping, and it dawned on me how close you were to death. I'm preparing myself. Oh, hell no. I asked my friend, a retired police officer, if I should be worried. He said, you can't outrun a bullet. So get your affairs in order, get the last laugh, and leave all your assets to your ex. My ex, a good woman, I left her for my current wife, told me, you've never done anything for anybody else. For you, death is a soul cleanse. Lean into it. Why does everyone think I'm dying soon? Are they plotting on me? No, they want you to die.
Yeah.
They want you to die, babe.
You're a shitty fucking person, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, you cheated on your ex-wife with your current wife, and now you mad
Your
because your
current
current
wife
wife
can't wait for you to die.
ain't shit either. Well, I mean, ain't shit people attract ain't shit people. So you mad because everybody waiting on you to die. Your ex-wife wants you to die for how you treated her. Let's just keep it fucking real. You know what you did to her. You know how she was, how good she was to you. And then here you come and you got the audacity to go talk back to her. And she tell you, well, you ain't never did nothing for nobody else anyway. Lean into that soul cleanse, bitch. I don't blame her. Because you're selfish. So everybody think you go die because you probably is. He probably is. So question number 6 and final question. Dating Pilar, a beautiful, thick, Hershey-dipped fashion major. Pilar believes the 80s was the time to be alive. She was born in 2004. Okay. Every conversation veers off into how if we were living in the 80s, life would be so easy. Money had value, fashion had a vibe, couples loved on each other. One night I was gaming with my cousin Lewis. I keep putting a lot of snakes in here. When she brought up breakdancing and the 80s, ops met up and danced. Everybody lived in to see another day. I snapped. I'm tired of hearing about the 80s. I wish you find a nigga that you could take you there.
Jesus.
God damn. Well, shit. My greasy cousin. Oh, that's why he a snake. My greasy cousin Lewis threw himself an 80s skating party and invited Pilar and not me. I saw the snaps, Snapchatting everybody wearing neon and skating wild high. He said he didn't invite me because I hate the 80s. He took Pilar right from me that night. He's pretending Lewis doesn't like that era. He likes my woman. How do I win her back? I asked her if she wanted a replica Michael Jackson Beat It jacket, but Lewis bought her one already. I'm out of ideas. And
I'm gonna
they
for
put the
you.
beat it. They put the beat.
Stop it. Stop it.
Woo! Give us a beat it.
Shit. Put a perm in your head, goddammit. I don't know.
I mean,
take a
you
while.
could do like
like
Jamie
them.
Foxx and Braxton did, and you could battle it out. I mean, she say she like it when the ops dance. You could challenge your cousin to a dance
Get a
off, you
boom,
know.
get a Bluetooth speakers. They don't have boom boxes no more. Get a Bluetooth
Right? Get you
speaker.
a Bluetooth. There you
Step to the
go.
middle of the floor, nigga.
Right. Make sure you get you a bunch of. You don't have to wear neon colors, but you can kind of dress the way they did in Michael Jackson's video, Beat
Get
It.
you an
Or
Adidas set.
oh, you could do Adidas. That's cute. Go a little hip hop with it. Yeah. I mean, it sounded like your girlfriend was obsessed with a particular era, which is her business. But you gotta love, if you're gonna be with somebody, you gotta love them flaws and all. You can't judge her based off of what she loved. And your cousin basically did what you didn't, and she went to the one who would love her, love what she loved. He's pretending to, so he can get in her draws. You want her back?
Pretend
Go tell her
harder.
you love her flaws and all, and challenge your cousin to a dance battle and whoop his ass. Or you can challenge him to a knife fight like they did in the Beat It video, but somebody gonna die in that. So
Somebody's going to jail.
yeah. I think the dance battle was better. You know, you could do like they did in Breaking and just battle it out or whatever. You could do it like Michael Jackson did in his Bad video. They was dancing in there. They was killing it. So I don't know. Take your cues from old school Mike and go get your 80s bitch back.
You wanna know who's Batman?
These fucking stories on the SPC chat be nuts. Okay. But again, I do them because they make you feel better about your life.
Definitely.
He said, it sounds like you're going to do a lot of repentance on your deathbed and still going to drop down at the trap floor in front of the pearly gates.
Yikes.
Depends on what else he did in his life. You may not see Jesus at all.
Okay, don't even waste your time going up them steps, Playboy. That's your name not on the list. Go ahead,
Because you said he been selfish all his life now. I don't know. I don't know. You got to know when you've been defeated. But I can't. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Freestyle Wednesday. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. I will be back Friday after SmackDown. I don't want to listen to Tiffany Stratton on Friday. I'm trying to have a decent day, and that's gonna ruin it. And Nia's thick ass gonna be out there with her. Ugh, gross.
Clap her hands and stale.
I'm like, if you win the championship, she could very well cash it on you, stupid bitch.
She gonna be talking about her ass, so she wouldn't do that because she know,
What? Girl.
And Tiffany gonna be looking at her like, bitch.
Foolish.
Please, don't have me embarrass you.
She's gonna be sitting up there singing Ashanti's Foolish in a minute. Gonna be fucking around crying and shit. Anyways, I will see you beautiful people on Friday and we'll talk. I will go live Thursday, but I don't feel like it. I need a break. And I try to cover some of TNA. I think I'll be able to watch TNA on Thursday. I'm not sure. If not, I'll just have to watch it through clips. But Charlie Dempsey is supposed to compete against Zachary Wentz on Tuesday. And I suspect that Trey Miguel and, of course, Wesley will be there in support of his Barosive.
It's about to get messy with that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we shall see how that all plays out, seeing as how now the Rascals are officially a part of NXT for however long they are supposed to be there. They currently have a match scheduled for next week against Gallus, and I suspect that they probably will go up against NQC at some point as well. Or NCQC. No Catch Quarter Crew? Yeah, NCQC. With all that being said, ladies and gents, I will see you guys Friday. I hope you guys enjoy your Thursday. Gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.